Chapter 981. You might not have understood the difference between confidence and arrogance. The explosion was extremely violent, and the shock waves swept in from the distance, like sharp knives hitting everyone. Shaman squinted his eyes. Just now, the fire law and the water law collided, water and fire were incompatible, and an explosion occurred. Zhao Li looked at the situation in the secret realm. Every color here is an elemental law. There are many conflicting properties in the elemental laws, and it is estimated that such explosions will not be uncommon. Zhang Feiyan also said in a low voice, it seems that the environment here is very harsh. Although it was only a transcendent god realm secret realm, it was marked as highly dangerous, indicating that the situation in the secret realm was dangerous for transcendent gods. Xuan said softly, the secret realm is so big, how are we going to find it? Shaman said, the law that night rain god is good at is the extremely frozen cold rain law, and the place where the lost star is located must have the corresponding law. We can find the lost star by following its law. Zhang Feiyan glared at him, follow the law, it's not that simple, now there are elemental laws everywhere, where can you still find the extremely frozen cold rain law? There were too many elemental laws in secret realm number 893. There were all kinds of laws, intertwined with each other, making it difficult to distinguish. For a time, they were like headless flies, not knowing where to go. Just when everyone was having a headache, Lin Mo pointed in a direction, go that way. The four of them looked at Lin Mo in confusion. Zhang Feiyan was straightforward, why? There is the aura of other laws there, Lin Mo directly stated his feeling. His soul quality was as high as 4th grade, reaching the category of God Venerable. The sensitivity of his soul far exceeded the four of them. Even many god kings were inferior to Lin Mo in terms of soul. Lin Mo sensed laws that did not belong to this secret realm and directly pointed out the direction. However, he was not sure whether these laws belonged to demons or night rain god. It was a bit far away, and he could only judge by getting closer. Regardless of whether they believed it or not, Lin Mo had already taken the lead to fly in the direction he pointed. Since the four of them didn't know what to do, then believe in his own judgment. Shaman and Zhao Li's expressions were a little unsightly when they saw Lin Mo act directly. Shaman's eyes showed anger, he really doesn't know how to live or die, the secret realm is not safe. Zhao Li said softly, he's just a little guy at the 6th level of the transcendent god realm, even if his laws are a bit powerful, he can't be much stronger, how can he not know the importance of things? Zhang Feiyan chuckled, I think junior brother Lin is quite fun. Xuan pouted, I think junior brother Lin shouldn't be mistaken. While speaking, she glanced at Zhao Li, obviously dissatisfied with what Zhao Li had just said. She was also at the 8th level of the transcendent god realm, simply inferior to Zhao Li in terms of cultivation, and she also took advantage of the laws, but was looked down upon by Zhao Li. Xuan was not tall, but she thought a lot. After speaking, she followed Lin Mo to fly away. Only women understand women. Zhang Feiyan snorted softly, if you can't speak, then shut up, you're just offending people. After saying that, Zhang Feiyan followed. Zhao Li was a little confused. He was clearly talking about Lin Moyu, so what did it have to do with Zan Zan? He looked at Shaman, who was also confused. Now that 3 of the 5 people had left, what else could they do but follow? Lin Moyu didn't care whether they followed or not. He had his own ideas and wouldn't be swayed by others. Once he was sure of something, he would see it through to the end. As for Zhao Li's opinion of him, he didn't care what Zhao Li thought, as long as it didn't hinder him. Zan Zan flew over and caught up with Lin Moyu, flying to his side and looking at him, are you angry? Lin Moyu smiled, I don't have that much anger to be angry about. Zan Zan pouted, looking a little cute, that guy is reckless and doesn't know how to talk. Lin Moyu looked at her appearance, knowing that her level was higher than his and her age was greater, but she looked more like a child. Once you reach the transcendent god realm, you can't accurately judge age by appearance. However, people in the great world generally have simpler minds, which may be related to their overly comfortable growing environment. Unlike the small world, where people transfer classes in their teens and are already on the battlefield in their 20s. Below the transcendent god realm in the great world, they are still studying hard and cultivating diligently. Seeing that Lin Moyu didn't speak, Zan Zan thought Lin Moyu was still angry, so she reached out and handed him something. Here, have this, eating something sweet will make you happy. She handed over something similar to a lollipop. Lin Moyu didn't know whether to laugh or cry, she really treated him like a child. This senior apprentice sister, who looked more like a child, seemed to have a lot of maternal love. Under Zan Zan's eager gaze, Lin Moyu didn't fail her kindness, and took it with a smile. Thank you. Zan Zan waved her hand generously. You're welcome, you're welcome. Zhang Feiyan came to the other side. Which star system does junior apprentice brother Lin come from? Lin Moyu naturally wouldn't hide it. I came from a small world, and after leaving the small world, I went to star system 98. So you're a genius from a small world. My respects, my respects. Zhang Feiyan's voice was crisp, with sincerity. Although not all transcendent gods from small worlds are geniuses, it is an undeniable fact that the proportion of geniuses is higher. Although Zhang Feiyan was a bit polite, she was telling the truth. So you're a genius from a small world, no wonder you're so arrogant. Zhao Li's tone was slightly sarcastic. Lin Moyu didn't turn his head, and his voice floated out slowly. Whether it's arrogance or confidence, you may not have figured it out. Zhao Li said, oh, so it seems that junior apprentice brother Lin is very confident in his strength. Lin Moyu chuckled and didn't answer anymore. Zhao Li immediately felt very uncomfortable. Lin Moyu's behavior was simply ignoring him. Zhao Li's face gradually turned cold. Junior apprentice brother Lin, you will offend people like this. Lin Moyu shook his head. I don't want to offend people. If someone is narrow-minded, that's their own problem, it has nothing to do with me. You. Zhao Li clenched his fist, and anger surged. Shaman shook his head at him, signaling him not to be impulsive. Zhang Feiyan became vigilant at this time and glanced at Zhao Li. We are a team now. If there are any personal grievances, follow the rules of the human race after we go back. The rules of the human race are to settle things in the arena. Except for the arena, no one is allowed to kill each other in any place or at any time. Otherwise, the human race's higher-ups will use thunderous methods to severely punish them. This rule applies to everyone. Even if a god Venerable violates it, the result is the same. Zhao Li naturally knew that he was just angry, but he wouldn't do anything. He stared at Lin Moyu, and after returning, he might really have to find Lin Moyu to go to the arena. Lin Moyu suddenly stopped, and everyone stopped with him. Zan Zan asked, what's wrong? Lin Moyu pointed to the front. There are secret realm creatures here. Chapter 982, An Ignorant Fellow. Because of the intertwined laws, there are powerful laws everywhere in the secret realm. These laws have no owner and are like natural weapons, flying around in the secret realm. They have to avoid the laws when flying, so they don't fly fast. After flying hundreds of kilometers, they haven't encountered a single secret realm creature, which is indeed a bit strange. According to the information, the number of creatures in this secret realm is not small, and they will be reborn in a short time after death. One of the reasons why the demons have kept this secret realm is for this reason: it can be used for training soldiers. Lin Moyu pointed in the direction where a ball of flames was burning fiercely. It's not a real flame, but a law flame. Law flames burn everything, even if they have no roots and no source, they can burn the air and are difficult to extinguish. Shaman felt it. I only felt a flame law, I didn't see any creatures. Zhao Li also looked forward, with a look of disdain. It's just a ball of flame law, what secret realm creature, nonsense. What he is good at is the fire-based law, which is a variant of the flame law, the blazing flame law. His feeling of the flame law should be the clearest among everyone. Zhao Li said it was just a flame law, and everyone thought it was probably right. But Lin Moyu said it was a secret realm creature. Zhao Li snorted softly, then let me see what secret realm creature it is. Saying that, he walked to the front of the team and waved his hand. The blazing flame law turned into a flame greatsword and slashed over. Boom! The flames exploded, and the power of the blazing flame law was indeed not weak. Zhao Li only struck casually, and the surrounding kilometers turned into scorched earth. The law flames rose into the air, not only burning the world, but also burning other laws. The remaining laws in this area were driven away, leaving only the blazing flame law. A heat wave hit, and Zhao Li said with some excitement, where is the secret realm creature? Before he finished speaking, Zhang Feiyan exclaimed, be careful. A creature covered in flames rushed out of the flames and pounced on Zhao Li. Zhao Li was the one who attacked just now, and it locked onto Zhao Li. There really is one, Zhao Li shouted in a low voice, and a great sword appeared in his hand, with flames burning on the great sword, turning into a flame sword. This great sword can carry laws and is not weak. Zhao Li didn't retreat but attacked, waving the great sword and slashing out. The law turned into a 1,000-meter giant blade and slashed down on the Secret Realm creature. The Secret Realm creature didn't dodge or avoid, and took the blow head-on. Its speed suddenly increased, and it pounced in front of Zhao Li almost like a teleport. Zhao Li was not flustered in the face of danger. He raised his greatsword and slashed out again. The Secret Realm creature waved its claws and collided with Zhao Li's greatsword, making a metallic collision sound. La domain, open, Zhao Li shouted in a low voice, and flames rose from his body, and the La domain suddenly opened. Lin Moyu and the others all quickly retreated. They didn't like entering other people's La domains. In other people's La domains, they would be suppressed, and no one liked this feeling. Zhao Li opened the La domain and fought with the Secret Realm creature. The Secret Realm creature was very fast, and its combat power was not weaker than Zhao Li. The key is that it is covered in flames and is not afraid of fire-based laws. Zhao Li's blazing flame law could not cause too much damage to it. Lin Mo silently flicked his finger, obtaining information about the Secret Realm creature. Flame Beast. Level. Transcendent Grade. Characteristics. A special creature formed from the fire law, possessing extremely strong immunity to fire law and a certain degree of resistance to physical attacks. Sha Man, Zhang Feiyan, and Zan Zan were doing the same thing as Lin Mo, using detection techniques to learn about their opponents. This was already a basic operation for the human race. After obtaining the information, the group knew that Zhao Li was in trouble. Zhao Li's strongest ability was the blazing flame law, but now he was being countered by the flame beast, unable to unleash even a tenth of his strength. Sha Man asked, "Junior brother Zhao, do you need help?" Zhao Li gritted his teeth and glanced at Lin Mo. No need. He was fighting for pride and didn't want to be looked down upon by Lin Mo. Lin Mo shook his head secretly. This person is unwise. In his opinion, it wasn't that he wasn't strong enough, just that the situation was unfavorable. What could he do about the law being countered? There wasn't much benefit to be gained from stubbornly holding on. However, since Zhao Li didn't want their help, he naturally wouldn't take action. Standing in midair, he looked around. Sensing carefully, the surrounding situation entered his mind. There were many Secret Realm creatures around, with various laws. In his soul's perception, the aura of the law that didn't belong to the Secret Realm was moving. The distance between them had shortened earlier, but now it seemed to be widening again. If they continued to advance along the current route, while avoiding the Secret Realm laws, they would also need to fight with the creatures in the Secret Realm. Seeking fresh flowers. The speed of advancement would be greatly reduced, and the time would be extended. Suddenly, Lin Mo's gaze turned towards another direction. His gaze seemed to cross thousands of mountains and rivers, seeing a very distant place. From another direction, Lin Mo sensed the aura of demons. The aura of demons was very familiar. He had dealt with them for so many years, there was no mistake. Now he was 90% certain that what he had sensed before should be the Lost Star. The demons also seemed to have found the right target and were rushing towards the Lost Star, and they were moving fast, closer than them. Looking at Zhao Li, Lin Mo frowned, a waste of time. Zan Zan asked, "What's wrong?" Lin Mo said, "I sense the aura of demons. That thing before should be the Lost Star. Now we need to hurry over there and get the Lost Star before the demons do." Zan Zan didn't doubt what Lin Mo said, and looked at Zhao Li, who was still fighting fiercely with the Secret Realm creature. What about him? Zhang Feiyan said in a low voice, "How about I help him, but he might not be happy about that." The Lost Star was more important, so he couldn't care about so much. He pointed his finger at the Secret Realm creature, and a red light flashed by. Fusion spell. Curse of Time. The Secret Realm creature immediately let out a miserable cry, its soul collapsed, and it died on the spot. Zhao Li suddenly lost his target and shouted angrily at Lin Mo, "Who told you to interfere? There's no time for you to waste here." Lin Mo snorted lightly and flew away directly. Zhang Feiyan glanced at Zhao Li, shook her head, and immediately followed. Zan Zan snorted, "Don't you understand that time is precious?" Sha Man just said lightly, "Let's go, the Lost Star is more important." Zhao Li glared at Lin Mo angrily, put away his broadsword, and got up to chase after him. He disliked Lin Mo more and more. But Lin Mo's strength also made him feel shocked. The Secret Realm creature just now had clearly reached the 9th rank of the Transcendent grade, but it was killed by Lin Mo with a single finger. Lin Mo's strength was not to be underestimated. However, He also knew that he was only being countered by attributes, otherwise, he could have instantly killed the opponent as well. He felt that perhaps it wasn't that Lin Mo's strength was too strong, but rather that the attributes happened to be countering each other. You brat, after completing the mission, I'll teach you how to respect your seniors. With Chapter 983, unexpectedly, we became a burden. Lin Mo flew in the forefront, pursuing the aura of the lost star and rushing straight ahead. At the same time, he was also paying attention to the aura of the demons. The demons were closer to the lost star, and the situation seemed very unfavorable for them. However, Lin Mo also knew that even if the demons got the lost star first, they might not be able to take it out. But just in case, it was best to get the lost star in hand before the demons did. Along the way, they encountered secret realm creatures again. This time, before Lin Mo could take action, Zhang Feiyan, Zan Zan, and Sha Man all took action. As long as they didn't encounter secret realm creatures with opposing attributes, they could quickly eliminate them. Zhang Feiyan controlled the lightning law, and after her domain was unfolded, it enveloped a radius of 1 kilometer. Within this range, she was as fast as lightning, her whole person like a teleport, so fast that it was impossible to figure out. A pair of jade palms, each strike carrying lightning and thunder, 090, with great power. Sha Man's sharp metal law was equally fierce. With a sharp sword in hand, it was not only as easy as cutting iron, but simply cutting through everything. 10,000 golden sword energies swept out, tearing the secret realm creatures into pieces. What surprised Lin Mo the most was Zan Zan. This petite, delicate girl next door, when she unfolded her law domain, made people feel a chill rising from the bottom of their hearts. Not the kind of cold that freezes, but a coldness from the inside out. As if the soul was about to be frozen. She didn't even take action, and the secret realm creatures within the domain were directly killed. Lin Mo could see that the souls of these secret realm creatures had been frozen to death. The heavenly yin law was a soul-level attack law, strange and powerful. Zhao Li also took action. His blazing flame law was actually very strong, but he was just unlucky at the beginning, encountering a secret realm creature with extremely strong immunity to the fire law. He was forcibly countered. Lin Mo was just leading the way in front and didn't take action again. He didn't want to steal the limelight from these people. After flying for thousands of kilometers, the four of them finally sensed the location of the lost star, as well as the aura of the demons. Zan Zan exclaimed, "It really is a lost star." Zhang Feiyan glanced at Lin Mo. Junior brother Lin's perception is really powerful. Sensing the lost star more than 1,000 kilometers away, Lin Mo's perception far exceeded them. This also showed from the side that Lin Mo's soul was very powerful. Zhao Li said coldly, "Good luck, you actually guessed right." From the beginning, Zhao Li had an opinion on Lin Mo and never gave him a good look. Lin Mo glanced at him indifferently, "Watch your words." Zhao Li sneered, "I just speak like this, is there a problem?" Lin Mo shook his head lightly and stopped talking. He wouldn't fight Zhao Li here. If he wanted to fight, it would be in the arena, and then he would fight a life and death battle, which would not only shut him up, but also get the points on him. Fighting now would not only violate the rules, but also have no benefits, so there was no need. Zhao Li thought Lin Mo was backing down and chuckled, "Coward." Lin Mo calmly said, "After we return, we'll settle this in the arena." Zhao Li laughed loudly, "I've been waiting for you to say that. I was just afraid you wouldn't agree. But going to the arena always requires a bet." Lin Mo said, "Let's bet the points we have." Zhao Li laughed even louder, "A mere tier 6 transcendent, how many points can you have? Can you afford to bet?" Although Lin Mo was only tier 6 transcendent and hadn't been in the great world for long, his points were definitely more than most transcendent. Even some true gods might not have as many points as him. You could tell from Jiyu Qingshan's distressed look when she had to spend even 100 points. Most transcendent here are poor. Lin Mo said, "You'll know how many points I have when the time comes. Prepare more, and don't embarrass yourself with too few points." Zhao Li snorted, "I'll bet as many points as you have. Don't regret it later." Lin Mo remained calm and composed, "It's settled then. After we go back, we'll go to the human sovereign arena. Have a few senior brothers and sisters be our witnesses." Zhang Feiyan didn't mind watching the fun and immediately agreed. Zan Zan also didn't like Zhao Li, waving her little fist, "I believe you can win." For some reason, she had great confidence in Lin Mo. Lin Mo smiled, "I will definitely win." Only Sha Man didn't speak. not wanting to offend either side, so he didn't support either. Whether it was Lin Mo or Zhao Li, they were just strangers he had met for the first time. Lin Mo suddenly frowned. Why are they speeding up? In his perception, the demons suddenly accelerated, several times faster than before, rushing towards the lost stars. The demons already had an advantage over them, being closer to the lost stars. Now that they accelerated, the advantage became even more obvious. Not only Lin Mo sensed it, but the others also sensed it. Zan Zan shouted, then let's speed up too. Zhang Feiyan shook her head, it's too late. Shaman said in a deep voice, how about I try? You guys cover me. His sharp metal law was unstoppable and suitable for charging. However, he didn't have complete confidence. Zhang Feiyan's lightning flash law allowed her to move rapidly within the range of the law domain. But it didn't give her an advantage in long-distance travel. Not to mention Zhao Li, his blazing flame law was not suitable for traveling at all. Lin Mo estimated that he was still about 2,000 kilometers away from the lost stars. 2,000 kilometers wouldn't take long in the outside world, but here, there were laws everywhere, forming a large number of barriers. And a large number of secret realm creatures were blocking the way, so the speed couldn't be increased. 2,000 kilometers was actually not short. Moreover, the lost stars were constantly moving away, and the time they would spend would be longer. The demons were less than 500 kilometers away from the lost stars, much closer than them. If they chased at normal speed, the lost stars would definitely fall into the hands of the demons first. Lin Mo said, I'll go ahead, you guys follow on your own. As he spoke, he unfolded his wings of the undead with a whoosh. The wings of the undead made a crisp flapping sound behind him. The dense white bones made people feel uneasy. Soul power surged, and the wings of the undead flapped violently. Lin Mo streaked across the sky like a shooting star, rushing straight ahead. The speed was so fast that it was shocking. They saw with their own eyes that Lin Mo didn't dodge or avoid, and directly smashed through the laws blocking the way. The rumbling sound continued, and the laws in the secret realm were shattered by Lin Mo, creating violent explosions. Behind Lin Mo was a chaotic mess of secret realm space. But he didn't care about anything else at this time, rushing forward with sparks and lightning all the way. How can he be so fast? Not only is he fast, but he's also very strong. The laws on the road were all shattered by him. Not just the laws, he even ignored the secret realm creatures. Zhang Feiyan chuckled, I didn't expect that we would become burdens. 9th chapter 84 The real purpose of this mission. Zhang Feiyan's slightly self-deprecating words once again stung Zhao Li's not-so-strong heart. He recalled his hundreds of years of life. Since he started cultivating, he was called a genius by the people around him when he was still an ordinary person. No matter what the occasion, wherever he was the brightest star. Even after becoming a transcendent, his name was still well known in some nearby star systems. The name of genius resounded throughout the starry sky. The smoothness from childhood to adulthood made him somewhat arrogant, even conceited. He believed that he could enter the God City and eventually become a God Venerable, even surpassing the God Venerable. Although he didn't say it, the arrogance in his heart made him feel that he should be the leader of this mission. But after entering the secret realm, Lin Mo first acted on his own, without asking his opinion at all. This made him feel suffocated. This was the first time he had this emotion. He was eager to prove himself, and at the same time, he wanted to strongly deny Lin Mo. He completely didn't believe that Lin Mo could sense the lost stars, and he didn't believe what Lin Mo said. As a result, he ran into a wall again, encountering a secret realm creature with similar attributes to himself. He couldn't kill it after fighting for a long time, and was eventually instantly killed by Lin Mo. If it were a secret realm creature of another attribute, he could have completely killed it instantly. Later, things developed in a direction he didn't want to see. Lin Mo actually sensed the lost stars. Regardless of whether it was good luck or not, that was the fact. He couldn't accept it even more, and his lungs were about to explode. Fortunately, Lin Mo agreed to go to the arena and have a big battle with him after returning. He will let Lin Mo know who the real genius is. But now, Zhang Feiyan's words once again stimulated him. Burden. Who is the burden? I can't possibly become a burden, not in the past, and even less so in the future. Zhao Li's eyes were spewing fire, and he roared, rushing in the direction of Lin Mo. Zhang Feiyan stared at him blankly, is this guy crazy? Zan Zan blinked her big eyes, also looking confused, he doesn't seem very normal. Only Shaman saw it most clearly, and probably guessed why Zhao Li was like this, and couldn't help but shook his head. Let's go, let's follow up quickly. Zhao Li, like a mad flame lion, charged wildly through the secret realm like a shooting star. The commotion he caused was even greater than Lin Mo's, and immediately attracted the attention of more secret realm creatures. Many secret realm creatures pounced on him, treating Zhao Li as their enemy. Zhao Li unfolded his law domain, killing and killing. Secret realm creatures are composed of certain laws, and there are quite a few with the fire law. Zhao Li couldn't quickly kill them, and soon fell into encirclement. A sharp sword light flew from behind, and at the same time, lightning flashed and thundered, quickly solving some of the fire-based secret realm creatures besieging Zhao Li. Zhao Li, what are you doing crazy? What if you summon the true God realm secret realm creatures? Zhang Feiyan snorted coldly. She completely couldn't stand Zhao Li's actions. Zhao Li's actions attracted a large number of secret realm creatures. If he attracted the true God realm ones, they would be in big trouble. Shaman also said in a deep voice, Zhao Li, calm down. Zhao Li snorted, I'm perfectly calm, I'm in a hurry, let's go kill them quickly. As he spoke, he flew out again. Looking at his aura, his eyes were full of fire, there was no sign of calmness. Xuan held snacks in her small hands, eating while saying, this guy seems to be blinded by anger. Zhang Feiyan giggled, I think it's more like jealousy. Shaman sighed softly, he didn't like Zhao Li's approach either, but right now, the mission was the priority. Moreover, as fellow humans, they couldn't just watch Zhao Li being besieged without taking action. The three of them had some helplessness in their eyes. How could a good mission turn into this? They couldn't blame Lin Moyu. From beginning to end Lin Moyu hadn't said anything excessive, nor had he done anything excessive. It was only Zhao Li who was too petty. Lin Moyu steered the wings of the undead, pushing his speed to the limit, ignoring the laws along the way. In the blink of an eye, a group of secret realm creatures had appeared behind him. But these secret realm creatures were clearly not as fast as Lin Moyu. Seeing that they couldn't catch up, they all gave up the pursuit. There were also some who were more persistent, constantly chasing after Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu dragged them along, rushing towards the lost star without stopping. The demons also seemed to sense the aura of Lin Moyu and the others, and accelerated again. The two sides were now competing to see who was faster, who could obtain the lost star faster. Once they obtained the lost star, they would have a considerable advantage. Finally, the lost star appeared in sight. This was a lost star shimmering with blue light, it seemed as if ocean waves were rolling on it. From a distance, it looked like a water ball. Lin Moyu was slightly surprised, how can there be life in the lost star? Lin Moyu's sense of life was too keen, he immediately sensed the life within the lost star. Although the life was weak, only a trace, it was extremely firm. This is the life of God Lord Yeyu. God Lord Yeyu is still alive, he is not dead. Lin Moyu was slightly shocked. He didn't expect that God Lord Yeyu, who had already turned into a lost star, hadn't completely died, but had left himself a glimmer of hope. No wonder they must retrieve the lost star. God Lord Yeyu can still be saved, perhaps he can be saved. Lin Moyu roughly guessed the true purpose of this mission. 417. The real purpose was not to retrieve the lost star, but to bring back the last hope of God Lord Yeyu. God Lords cannot be lost casually, the fall of a God Lord is no small matter for the human race. The demons' purpose was equally clear, to seize the lost star and prevent God Lord Yeyu from resurrecting. The lost star flashed with blue light, dragging a long band of light in the air. Lin Moyu was rapidly approaching along the light band. On the other side, the demons were also approaching the lost star. Lin Moyu saw one of the demons, a black small sword appeared in his hand. This small sword was filled with the power of destruction, giving him a very bad feeling. If this small sword smashed into the lost star, it would be enough to wipe out the last glimmer of hope for God Lord Yeyu. The demon was now less than 10,000 meters away from the lost star, the black small sword was shining. The demon looked towards Lin Moyu, his eyes cruel and bloodthirsty. It was a demon with 3 pairs of wings, large, medium, and small, on its back, a 6-winged demon. 6-winged demons have 3 pairs of wings, they can control 3 laws, and are a very powerful branch of the demon race. They are bloodthirsty and cruel. You're too late. The 6-winged demon grinned. Seeing that the small sword was about to fly out, if the small sword smashed into the lost star, God Lord Yeyu would be dead. Lin Moyu gave a light shout, his whole body shining. Planetary spell, power gathering. Chapter 985 Double Law Domain, crushing at will. It had been a long time since he had used this spell. Since Lin Moyu reached the semi-god level, the battles that required him to personally take action had almost disappeared. He had almost forgotten what it felt like to wield a sword himself. As various spells became stronger and stronger, he really didn't need to do it himself. Even if he did, he wouldn't necessarily be stronger than the skeleton god general. But the power-gathering spell had not completely lost its necessity. At certain times, it could still play a role, like now. Power-gathering fusion degree 99% consumes soul power, gathers the power of summons, inherits all skills of summons. The attributes after using skills are only limited by the user's own soul level. When killing enemies in the power-gathering state, you can harvest the enemy's soul, replenish your own soul consumption, and increase your own soul level. Lin Moyu's attributes were instantly raised to the limit. After the transcendent level, it no longer focused on attributes, but more on laws. Basic attributes were only used as an auxiliary existence, and almost no one paid attention to them. But existence must have its purpose. After the attributes were improved, Lin Moyu felt that both his strength and speed had greatly improved. The only thing that didn't change was mental power. Mental power was originally infinite, always in a peak state. It was normal for it not to change. The most crucial thing was the power-gathering skill, which inherited all the skills of the summons. Soul power set off monstrous waves and rushed into the wings of the undead, and the speed increased again. At the same time, he launched the charge spell that continued to come. Lin Moyu disappeared in an instant. His speed was so fast that it was like teleportation. The six-winged demon smiled grimly at this time, and shot out the black small sword full of the power of destruction. The small sword turned into a black light and shot towards the lost star. "It's over," the six-winged demon sneered. The other demons around it also made cruel laughs, opening their mouths one by one, revealing their sharp teeth. Their mission was to find the lost star, and then use this destruction demon sword to completely destroy the glimmer of life in the lost star. Demons did not value lost stars, but they would never give God Lord Yeyu a chance to resurrect. Of course, the lost star also had to be taken back, which was also one of their tasks. The destruction demon sword brought a black light, crossed the distance of 10,000 meters, and stabbed towards the lost star. The lost star flashed with blue light. The laws were surging, weaving layers of defense. But it couldn't stop the destruction demon sword, and the defense was instantly shattered. At the moment when the destruction demon sword was about to stab the lost star, a hand as white as jade grabbed the destruction demon sword at the last moment. The destruction demon sword struggled frantically in Lin Moyu's hands, but to no avail. The law on it was very strong. It should be said that the essence was very strong, possessing the nature of destroying everything. Law of destruction a diaresis a. Lin Moyu's heart trembled slightly. The law of destruction was the first echelon of laws, and its power was extremely strong. It was a pity that the destruction demon sword only contained a trace of the law of destruction, and it was a rootless weed. Faced with the law of immortality, which was also the first echelon of laws, it was eventually worn away by the law of immortality. The destruction demon sword stopped struggling, the breath of law on it had disappeared, and the color became dim. It eventually turned into an ordinary small handle. This scene fell into the eyes of the six-winged demon, shocking it to widen its eyes in disbelief. "Impossible, impossible. This is the destruction magic sword, a destruction magic sword with the law of destruction. How could you grab it with your bare hands? Who are you? What means did you use?" The six-winged demon roared loudly, its fur standing on end, like a wild beast gone mad. Lin Moyu ignored it. For demons, every extra word is a waste. He turned and pressed a hand on the lost star, truly sensing a trace of life within it. Not just life force, but at the core of the lost star, there were also some remnants of soul consciousness. It was the soul consciousness of the night rain god. Although he self-detonated, he had left himself a way out, leaving a fragment of his soul consciousness within the lost star. Perhaps he believed that the strong within the human race had the ability to save him. In Lin Moyu's palm, the immortal law pulsed, and the power of life was continuously injected into the lost star. Originally somewhat withered life force and soul consciousness instantly became energized, as if they had taken stimulants. Lin Moyu clearly felt a powerful will reviving. It was the will of the night rain god. After self-detonating, he had not truly died but had instead relied on the lost star, falling into slumber. Now, stimulated by the power of life in the immortal law, he was awakening. Thank you. The night rain god's voice was slightly aged and heavy. Lin Moyu smiled slightly. Senior, rest first. Junior will take you home. Good. Without much more to say, the night rain god fell silent again. In his current state, he was not suited to speak much. Lin Moyu turned to look at the six-winged demon and the others. There were a total of 10 demons, all at the peak of the transcendent god realm, controlling the law domains. But for him, 10 or 100 made no difference. Dual law domains, open. Behind Lin Moyu rose a strange gray and white star. Outside the star, were streaks of black slaughter law. As soon as the law domain opened, 100 meters around was enveloped within it. The six-winged demon's face changed drastically, and it shouted angrily, "Law domain." All the demons activated their law domains at the same time, but they were horrified to find that their law domains were completely suppressed, with a pitifully small range. Lin Moyu's law domain was too strong. It was originally a first-tier law, coupled with the second-tier slaughter law. Under the dual effect, the power was increased several times. Unless the other party also controlled a first-tier law, they would only be crushed. The slaughter law merged with the immortal law, transforming into law dragons that roared out. The demons struggled to resist, but it didn't have much effect. Their law domains were quickly breached, and each of them was severely injured. Go! The six-winged demon took out a magic stone and crushed it, acting very decisively. The other demons did the same. At this time, Lin Moyu pointed a finger, and the eye of the undead, 100,000 meters in size, opened in the air, and the world was filled with red light. Several demons who were a little slow to react screamed, their souls injured. The law dragons followed closely, instantly killing them. The teleportation magic stones had already been crushed, and the teleportation channel sucked away their corpses. The battle started quickly and ended even faster. In almost less than 5 seconds, Lin Moyu ended the entire battle. Holding the law star in one hand, he put away the law domain and looked into the distance. After a while, Zhao Li and the others finally arrived. They looked at Lin Moyu, their eyes shining. Zhao Li's eyes were full of disbelief, unable to believe how Lin Moyu had obtained the law star. Zhang Feiyan asked, "What about those demons?" "Killed 4, 6 escaped," Lin Moyu said indifferently, as if he had done something insignificant. Zhao Li snorted, "That's fake, isn't it? Transcendent God Peak demons aren't that easy to kill. Believe it or not, it's up to you. Now we should leave." Chapter 986, Believing in the Human Race, Exploring the Secret Realm. Lin Moyu completely ignored Zhao Li's thoughts, whether he believed it or not. He even ignored the person. After returning, he would go to the arena and take away all his points. He would also tell him to be more low-key in the future and not to shout around if he didn't have the strength. But it was indeed time to leave now. The demons who escaped would definitely tell the situation inside. The exit would soon be surrounded by demons. Zhao Li suddenly stopped Lin Moyu and said in a deep voice, "If what you said is true, and some demons escaped, the entrance might already be surrounded by demons. Shouldn't we discuss what to do?" Lin Moyu glanced at him, "You go first, I'll take the Lost Star and leave from the secret realm entrance." The person holding the Lost Star cannot use the teleportation token to leave. They can only return from the secret realm exit. Zhao Li immediately said without thinking, "Why should we go first? The person holding the Lost Star must be the one with the most credit among them." Although it was indeed Lin Moyu who obtained the Lost Star, Zhao Li did not admit it. Hatred blinded his eyes and made him lose his mind. How could Lin Moyu not know his thoughts? "Then, you take the Lost Star and leave, and we'll leave." You. Zhao Li was choked. Holding the Lost Star was definitely the most dangerous. Maybe he would be bombarded as soon as he left the secret realm. How could it be as safe as them leaving now? If you're timid, don't talk nonsense. Leave quickly, or you might not be able to leave. Lin Moyu sneered disdainfully. Zhao Li might have some talent for cultivation, but his IQ was really offline. Xuan was a little worried. "Then, will you be in danger?" "I can protect myself." Lin Moyu's voice revealed firmness. Zhang Feiyan thought for a while, "Why don't we all stay and take care of each other?" Xuan also said, "Yes, at least there are 5 of us. There is strength in numbers." Lin Moyu immediately denied her idea. "No, it's easier for me to deal with it alone. As the Domain Lord said, you go first. Lin Mo Yu did not tell them that even if he faced a true god rank 6, he would have a chance to escape. Their staying would only be a burden to him. Sha Man looked at Lin Mo Yu. Junior brother Lin, are you sure you want to take the Lost Star alone? Lin Mo Yu nodded, I'm sure. If you don't leave now, it might really be difficult to leave. Seeing Lin Mo Yu so determined, the others no longer hesitated and activated their teleportation tokens to leave. Lin Mo Yu knew that when he left the secret realm with the Lost Star, the demons would definitely have prepared a net. It would probably be difficult for him to escape, but it wasn't impossible. As long as the God King didn't take action, he had hope of leaving with the Lost Star. But if it were Zhang Feiyan and the others, there was a high probability that they would have no hope. And Lin Mo Yu believed that Zhu Tian would definitely have corresponding strategies, and would judge the situation in the secret realm based on the demons' reactions. Furthermore, the departure of Zhang Feiyan and the others would also carry information about the situation inside back with them. What he needed to do now was wait for a period before leaving. He needed to allow Zhu Tian enough time to respond. Lin Mo looked around the secret realm. Since I need some time anyway, I might as well see what's in this secret realm. When he entered the secret realm, Lin Mo felt something strange. The laws within this secret realm were too concentrated, with all sorts of laws present, and all of them were third-tier elemental laws. There were no other laws at all. Each type of law had formed a secret realm creature, and these creatures were quite strong, mostly concentrated between the 8th and 9th ranks of the transcendent god realm. The true god realm secret realm creatures mentioned in the data had not been seen. When the secret realm creatures were killed, they would transform back into laws, return to the secret realms heaven and earth, and after a period of time, they would be reborn and reappear. This situation reminded Lin Mo of the situation in the small world. The entire small world seemed to be like this, with monsters constantly respawning, impossible to kill completely. The situation in the dungeons was especially obvious. But this was a secret realm in the great world, not a dungeon in the small world. However, the similar mechanisms between the two made Lin Mo curious. Is it coincidence, or is there another reason? Lin Mo wondered, wanting to get to the bottom of it. At the same time, he also needed to find the exit. The entrance and exit of the secret realm were not in the same place. With a thought, the undead legion appeared, wrapped in yin winds, and rushed in all directions. Millions of undead legionnaires sprinted and raided through the secret realm. The situation in the secret realm turned into a detailed map, appearing in Lin Mo's mind. The entire secret realm was circular, about 10,000 kilometers in diameter, with no high mountains, only a few low slopes. There were also no waterways or rivers, it was almost entirely a vast plain. There were many creatures in the secret realm, but calling them creatures was not entirely accurate. Their bodies were composed of laws, and they possessed the strength of the 8th and 9th ranks of the transcendent god realm. They possessed a weak soul consciousness, without the ability to think, almost only with instinct. Facing the undead legion, these secret realm creatures composed of laws had almost no power to fight back. Soon, the exit was found. There was more than one exit to the secret realm, and they were distributed in various locations within the secret realm. Corresponding to the various locations of the secret realm entrance, Lin Mo did not know which location he would appear in after going out. After all, the secret realm entrance was large, making it impossible to judge. Lin Mo did not leave the secret realm immediately. Some time had passed since Zhang Feiyan and the others had left, and the demons must have surrounded the secret realm entrance. Lin Mo was not sure whether Zhu Tian and the others had taken corresponding countermeasures. So Lin Mo decided to wait a little longer, giving Zhu Tian a little more time, so that he could be safer. Finally, near the central area of the secret realm, the undead legion encountered true god realm secret realm creatures. The closer to the center of this secret realm, the more concentrated the elemental laws became. The more concentrated elemental laws gave birth to true god realm creatures. The demons usually used this secret realm for training, and it was estimated that they rarely fought to the central position. After all, those who entered were all in the transcendent god realm, and facing true god realm creatures would result in great casualties. The reality was similar to what Lin Mo had thought. The demons used this secret realm for training, and only increased some combat experience. They did not provoke the true god realm creatures in the central area. Lin Mo was different from the demons. Not only did he provoke them, but he also planned to wipe out the true god realm creatures in one fell swoop. Not for any other reason, but because after killing the first true God realm creature, he had obtained some benefits. A finger-sized red stone, emitting the aura of the law of fire. Fire Law Primal Stone. A stone possessing the power of law, which can be used to refine tools or to comprehend laws, and is of considerable value. This harvest greatly boosted Lin Mo's spirits. Even the appraisal technique said it was of considerable value, so it must be very valuable. No one would complain about having too many points, and Lin Mo was no exception. Anyway, he was idle now, so he might as well get some law primal stones. The Undead Legion regrouped, turning into 360,000 skeleton god generals and 50,000 death dragon knights. The Transcendent God 6th rank, bearing 1% of the Undying Law, the Death Dragon Knights possessed combat power equivalent to the True God 1st rank. The combat power of the Skeleton God Generals was even raised to True God 2nd rank. Chapter 987 Elemental Law Primal Stone, Secret Realm Collapse. The undead army officially clashed with the True God Realm creatures in the center of the Secret Realm. Lin Mo discovered that these True God Realm creatures, apart from reaching the realm and power, had no other abilities at all. In Lin Mo's opinion, they were inferior to even the weakest True God Realm cultivator. Facing the undead army, these Secret Realm creatures were immediately like chives, being ruthlessly harvested. The laws rumbled in the Secret Realm, all kinds of laws intertwined and erupted, mushroom clouds rose one after another, and the earth trembled non-stop, as if the end of the world had arrived. The mushroom clouds were not necessarily fire, they could be ice, or they could be lightning. The Undead Legion fought back and forth in various laws, beheading the Secret Realm creatures one by one. Lin Mo harvested many law primal stones, each only the size of a finger, and because the laws contained inside were different, they appeared in various shapes. Lin Mo didn't quite understand, these law primal stones looked only so-so. In essence, they seemed to be no different from starfire gold and the like. Why would they be considered by the appraisal technique to be of considerable value? The appraisal technique was very rigorous, and the meaning represented by these 4 words was unusual. Perhaps there were things inside that he didn't understand, he could only go back and ask. His understanding of the great world was still too little, and his knowledge was still too shallow. Whether it was the small world or the great world, Lin Mo always felt that he didn't know enough. That was why he had endless questions when facing Antares back then. The Secret Realm creatures couldn't stop the Undead Legion at all, and the Undead Legion went straight in, all the way to the very center of the Secret Realm. Lin Mo, holding the Law Star, also followed the Undead Legion into the very center of the Secret Realm, and saw a magical scene. A stone more than 2 meters high stood at the center of the Secret Realm, it had countless edges, like a hedgehog, and emitted thousands of colors. Each color was a law. Laws formed colored clouds above it, and various elemental laws were brewing in the colored clouds, so many that Lin Mo couldn't count them all. These laws collided in the colored clouds, constantly erupting with intense energy. The roar never stopped, and the explosions of laws occurred one after another. The giant stone shook in the explosions, and some fragments on the edges would be blown away. Seeing this scene, Lin Mo finally understood. This is the source of the Secret Realm. With a gentle movement of his finger, the appraisal technique landed on the giant stone. Elemental Primal Stone. A magical stone containing multiple elemental laws, extremely rare and extremely precious. The 2 extremely's in the appraisal technique made Lin Mo's eyes light up. Extremely rare and extremely precious, he didn't expect to encounter it here. He believed that no one from the demon race had ever been here, otherwise a god emperor would have come long ago, blasted the Secret Realm, and taken the elemental primal stone. Since that's the case, then I won't be polite. Lin Mo immediately let the Undead Legion rush over to seize the elemental law primal stone. As soon as the skeletons approached, the ground shook violently. The elemental law primal stone suddenly lifted off the ground on its own, and then all the elemental laws in the air fell, surrounding the elemental law primal stone. A law giant composed of thousands of colors appeared in front of Lin Mo. The elemental law origin stone became the heart of the law giant, pulsing and emitting powerful law energy. The law giant's power steadily increased. Strangely, the various laws did not conflict but instead merged together in a miraculous way. The law giant's aura eventually stabilized at Tier 5 True God. Lin Mo Yu was somewhat depressed. The skeleton divine general's attack power limit was only Tier 2 True God. If the law giant was only Tier 3 True God, he could still grind it down. With some time, he could try to grind the opponent to death. But Tier 5 True God. Even if it stood still and let the skeleton Divine General attack, it wouldn't be able to do any damage. Tier 5 True God, a secret realm that only allows transcendent gods to enter. How could there be a Tier 5 True God monster? This is really cheating a bit. Lin Moyu sighed softly and took out the things he had just received. The True God Tier corpse that Fang Xingzong had sent, a Tier 6 True God corpse. Lin Moyu pointed his finger, and red light filled the air. The time curse struck its soul, increasing the damage. The Law Giant felt the pain, roared repeatedly, and slammed a palm down towards Lin Moyu. Dozens of elemental laws erupted simultaneously, smashing down like meteors. Lin Moyu ignored the attack, his soul locked onto the Law Giant. Planetary level spell, corpse explosion. With a loud bang, the Law Giant collapsed on the spot. Its attack landed on Lin Moyu, not even causing a ripple. Lin Moyu's immunity to elemental law attacks had reached a terrifying level. Elemental damage was directly immune, elemental laws reduced damage by 40,000 times, and all undead legions shared the rest. AAAA seeking fresh flowers AAA. According to Lin Moyu's estimation, unless there was a Tier 8 True God, it would be almost impossible to kill him. The Law Giant collapsed, and the huge elemental law origin stone fell down. The skeleton Divine General immediately flew up to catch it and brought it back to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu unceremoniously kept the elemental law origin stone. It was extremely rare and precious, so he would keep it well and see how many points it was worth when he got back. With the elemental law origin stone taken away, the secret realm lost its support and began to shake violently. The laws in the secret realm collapsed, and all the secret realm creatures wailed before collectively disintegrating. In just 1 minute, the secret realm completely collapsed in violent tremors. The scene before his eyes changed, and a familiar aura rushed towards him. Lin Moyu found himself back in the great world. It was very quiet here. The great battle that was still happening when he entered the secret realm had disappeared. But Lin Moyu felt danger. Lin Moyu reacted extremely quickly, took out the god-slaying fortress, and plunged into it. Then, it turned into a stream of light and flew into the deep space. You can't escape. In the roar, a giant claw appeared, grabbing towards the god-slaying fortress. Terrifying laws swept down, enveloping the god-slaying fortress. A God King level demon had taken action. The God King realm was too strong. No matter how Lin Moyu drove it, the god-slaying fortress was difficult to move. Lin Moyu hardened his heart and activated the god-slaying fortress. The god-slaying fortress unfolded in the air, changing from a flying form to a fortress state. The ancient thunder tower shone brightly, and a purple-gold god-slaying lightning illuminated the starry sky. Useless. The God King level demon's voice rolled over. It was still tens of thousands of kilometers away, but its voice had already arrived. The next second, its huge body appeared as if teleporting. A huge one-horned demon, incomparably ferocious, used its giant hand to crush the god-slaying fortress. The god-slaying fortress creaked and cracked, with countless cracks appearing. Lin Moyu's heart trembled. He didn't expect that the god-slaying fortress hadn't been able to exert its power in the great world before it was about to be destroyed by a God King level demon. At this moment, a sword light shot from the starry sky, turning into a 10,000-meter sword aura, and shattered the God King level demon's laws with a bang. The giant hand disintegrated. Lin Moyu did not hesitate and once again turned the god-slaying fortress into a tower shape and flew away. Want to run? Impossible. The one-horned demon punched out again, this time not to grab people, but to kill people. Under this punch, the god-slaying fortress would inevitably collapse, and Lin Moyu would be killed along with it. Chapter 988. This old man will take you out. The sword light flashed again, severing the one-horned demon's giant fist. The aftermath of the shock caused the god-slaying fortress to tremble non-stop. It had just flown out less than 1,000 meters before stopping again in the starry sky. No matter how Lin Moyu urged it, it could no longer move. A large number of cracks appeared on the core of the ancient thunder tower, and the laws were almost collapsing. Lin Moyu's mind was calm and undisturbed. The god-slaying fortress was damaged and could no longer be used. He knew he couldn't escape, so he simply put away the god-slaying fortress and pointed a finger towards the one-horned demon. Fusion spell. Time curse. Audacious. The one-horned demon seemed to have suffered a great insult and roared out. A mere transcendent god tier 6 dared to attack him, a god king. His courage was simply too great. Red light filled the air, and the time curse landed as expected. With a buzzing sound, the one-horned demon's voice stopped abruptly. The next second, the one-horned demon roared again, "You brat, you dare to use a soul attack on me." Lin Mo Yu knew that although the time curse hadn't been able to hurt it, it must have made it hurt a little. A mere transcendent god tier 6 was actually able to make him feel pain. The one-horned demon was even more furious. "Well done," a deep voice came loudly. A sword light fell beside Lin Mo Yu, revealing a Taoist dressed in a green robe. He pointed his sword at the one-horned demon. "My human race's juniors have always been very courageous. Don't even mention making you hurt. What if we kick your head like a ball?" The Taoist's voice was gentle, and his words were incomparably cheerful, but also revealed a chilling killing intent. Lin Mo Yu saw the Taoist's information. Name: Qingjian Taoist. Level: God King Tier 8. Lin Mo Yu cupped his hands to Qingjian Taoist. "Thank you, Senior Qingjian, for your rescue." Qingjian Taoist laughed loudly. "What rescue? The lost star in your hand is from Night Rain God Lord, right?" "That's right, Night Rain God Lord is still alive." Lin Mo Yu always held the lost star in one hand and never put it down. Qingjian Taoist laughed even more happily. Good, good, Lord Domain Master is right, you are indeed a promising talent. Let's go back, with this old man protecting you, let's see who dares to attack." Qingjian Taoist pointed his finger, and a large number of sharp swords appeared around Lin Mo Yu. Qingjian Taoist turned laws into swords, protecting Lin Mo Yu. There was also a law sword under Lin Mo Yu's feet, which became Lin Mo Yu's means of transportation, carrying him forward. "You can't leave," the one-horned demon roared. He was about to attack when a sword light rushed straight at him, forcing him back. Qingjian Taoist said coldly, "One-horned king, you can think clearly, my sword isn't dull." The one-horned demon roared, "Although this king is not as good as you, I can hold you back for a while. It seems we still have to fight you." Qingjian Taoist knew that if he didn't deal with the one-horned demon, he was afraid that this journey would be difficult to escape. If other demons were to chase after him later, he might be besieged. He decided to simply solve the one-horned demon king here. His fingertips flashed, and the laws moved with a bang. A green sword rose from behind. The green sword shrouded the heavens and the earth, as if to destroy the starry sky. In front of the green sword, a miniature version of Qingjian Taoist sat firmly within it. Soul Law Domain, the soul and law are fused together. Using the soul to control the laws, forming a domain. Within the domain, I am the master. Qingjian Dao Ren's soul law domain unfolded, directly enveloping tens of thousands of kilometers of starry sky. Directly incorporating the one-horned demon into it. The one-horned demon's expression changed drastically, and he trembled. "You have mastered the soul law domain." Qingjian Dao Ren said softly, "Although it's not mature, it's enough to kill you." Qingjian Eternal, slash. The soul law domain rioted. Starlight shot from infinite distances, transforming into 10,000 Qingjian, slashing towards the one-horned demon. The one-horned demon screamed, its aura sword, and a miniature version of the one-horned demon rushed out from its body. Soul manifestation is the ultimate method in the true God realm, but it is inferior to the soul law domain. It clearly hasn't mastered the soul law domain and can only use soul manifestation to resist. 10,000 demons galloping. Its soul roared, and countless miniature versions of the one-horned demon rushed out. Eaaaa. At this moment, it was extremely terrified. It never expected that Qingjian Dao Ren had mastered the soul law domain. If it had known earlier, it would never have stopped him. It was just acting under orders and didn't want to risk its life. But now, it can only fight desperately. Qingjian Dao Ren chuckled, "Do you think you can block my Qingjian Eternal? Today, I will definitely kill you." Countless Qingjian fell, and the one-horned demon's 10,000 demons collapsed and scattered on the spot. The one-horned demon trembled all over, shaking. Soul manifestation is powerful, but it also has its drawbacks. That is, once it is injured, the soul is injured, causing immense pain. Qingjian rained down, obliterating the one-horned demon's soul manifestation. Immediately afterward, Qingjian merged into one, transforming into a terrifying giant sword tens of thousands of kilometers long, a 1/2 unknown currency. Qingjian Eternal, slash. The one-horned demon screamed and violently snapped off its horn. Its figure instantly disappeared. Qingjian also lost its target and slashed into the void. The laws roared, and the starry sky vibrated violently. Qing Jian Dao Ren put away the Soul Law domain and chuckled, it's lucky it ran fast. With the horn broken, it won't recover within 100 years, and its realm will drop by at least one level. The one-horned king's loss this time is not small. After saying that, Qing Jian Dao Ren flew towards the starry sky with Lin Mo Yu. Qing Jian Dao Ren's powerful sword almost killed the one-horned demon, who was also in the Divine King realm. Lin Mo Yu also experienced the Soul Law domain of the Divine King realm. Just now, while he was in the Soul Law domain, he was unable to move at all. Qing Jian Dao Ren didn't target him at all, but it was still like this. If he were targeted, he would be doomed with just a thought. Previously, Lin Mo Yu had some confidence in his strength, but now, when facing the Divine King realm, he really is nothing. However, Lin Mo Yu did not lose confidence because of this, but instead, it aroused his fighting spirit. He will also reach the Divine King realm, but it will definitely not be his end. The two flew towards the human territory like shooting stars. It was faster than Lin Mo Yu traveling on the Zushan fortress. Because the laws and stars are there, he couldn't enter the subspace, so the speed was relatively slow, and it would take some time to return to the human territory. Were you afraid just now? 0.4. Qing Jian Dao Ren asked. Lin Mo Yu shook his head, there's nothing to be afraid of. Haha, that's right, there's nothing to be afraid of. But you kid, daring to attack a divine king, you have the biggest guts of anyone I've ever seen. Qing Jian Dao Ren smiled extremely happily. He didn't hide his appreciation for Lin Mo Yu. Lin Mo Yu asked, Senior, did you come to pick me up specifically? Qing Jian Dao Ren hummed, under the order of the domain master, I came to pick you up. Don't you find it strange why it wasn't a divine venerable who came, but just an old fellow like me at the 6th level of the Divine King? Lin Mo Yu shook his head, the domain master naturally has his arrangements. Qing Jian Dao Ren smiled, indeed, the domain master is leading people, dragging down the demons. Although we can't send out divine venerables, the demons are the same. Suddenly, Qing Jian Dao Ren looked to the side, more trash is coming, I'll take you to kill them. Chapter 989, Consider what I said before is nonsense. Lin Mo Yu also felt the aura coming from afar, another Divine King realm demon had arrived. Qing Jian Dao Ren didn't think about avoiding it at all, but instead, he took the initiative to meet it. He was extremely domineering, and the sentence, I'll take you to kill them, was enough to explain. Lin Mo Yu asked, Senior, how are my companions? Qing Jian Dao Ren smiled, they're fine. When they came out, the demons didn't have time to act yet, and they were picked up by the hidden 10 battlecruiser. The domain master also learned about your situation through them, so he changed some strategies, increased the intensity of the attack, transferred the battlefield, and made the demon army unable to take care of other things. And then sent me to pick you up. Lin Mo Yu then knew why it was so quiet around him when he came out. It turned out that Zhu Tian had changed the battlefield. Qing Jian Dao Ren continued, it's just that I was one step late. Fortunately, you're fine. I guess your sudden appearance also caught the one-horned king guarding the secret realm off guard. By the way, how did the entrance to the secret realm disappear? Did you do it too? Lin Mo Yu nodded, I destroyed this secret 31 realm. Qing Jian Dao Ren looked at Lin Mo Yu with a slightly surprised look, how did you destroy it? Lin Mo Yu said, I took away the origin of this secret realm. Qing Jian Dao Ren's eyebrows jumped several times, did you kill your way to the core of the secret realm? There are true god-level creatures there. Lin Mo Yu said, yes, I killed my way in. Qing Jian Dao Ren laughed loudly, well done, if our human race can produce more geniuses like you, let's see which race dares to invade. Good, 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 it's not in vain that I came to pick you up, you're worth it. The sentence, you're worth it, was an affirmation of Lin Mo Yu. The next second, Qing Jian Dao Ren's soul law domain opened, and he waved his sword at the Divine King level demon rushing over. Qing Jian Eternal, slash. Countless starlight shot out, turning into hundreds of millions of Qing Jian, cutting off the starry sky. The Divine King rushing over exclaimed and quickly retreated. It retreated quickly, but the soul law domain was even faster. The sword light instantly submerged it. Amidst screams, this Divine King realm demon embarrassedly scurried back. Qing Jian Dao Ren didn't chase after it, and snorted disdainfully, any Tom, Dick, or Harry dares to come. He continued to move forward with Lin Mo Yu. I've troubled you, senior. Lin Mo Yu knew that if it weren't for him, Qingjian Daoren would have definitely chased after and killed that divine king demon. Qingjian Daoren shook his head. Killing 1 or 2 divine king realm demons is of no help. It's better to revive the Night Rain Divine Venerable. Divine Venerables are the backbone, and everything below Divine Venerables is cannon fodder. Qingjian Daoren spoke very directly, with the sentence, everything below Divine Venerables is cannon fodder. Concise and to the point. A transcendent god realm like Lin Moyu is not even as good as cannon fodder. Lin Moyu asked curiously, then what is above the Divine Venerable? Qingjian Daoren glanced at Lin Moyu and smiled, little guy, you have great ambitions. Lin Moyu nodded, a soldier who doesn't want to be a general is not a good soldier. Qingjian Daoren nodded, that's right, a cultivator who doesn't want to be a divine venerable is not a qualified cultivator. Having ambition is a good thing, but you don't need to know yet. It's not too late to know when you enter God City. Lin Mo knew it was another information blockade. There are rules among the human race. People with certain strengths will know certain things. If your strength is insufficient, knowing too much will either lead to being overly ambitious or simply cause trouble, which is meaningless. If you really want to know more, then work hard to cultivate and increase your authority, and you will know everything when the time comes. Lin Mo understood and didn't ask any further. Instead, he shamelessly asked, Senior, can you tell this junior how to enter God City? This time, Qingjian Daoren was very generous and didn't hide anything. There are 4 ways to enter God City. First, do missions to improve your strength and authority. When both your strength and authority meet the standards, you can enter God City. Most people choose this path, but it is not easy. Among them, the most crucial point, which is often overlooked, is age. All missions and strength must be completed within the specified age. Exceeding it is useless. The second path is to take the military route and earn enough military merits. As long as you have enough military merits, you can gain entry to God City. This path doesn't have as many rules, but it is very dangerous, and only 1 in 10,000 can succeed. The third path is to join the Hall of War Gods. You need to ask the Hall of War Gods for the specific rules. This old man is not clear about them. The fourth path is to have those adults in God City accept you as a disciple, and then you can go in. Qingjian Daoren spoke extremely quickly, explaining all 4 paths in one go. None of the 4 paths are easy to take. The first path is the most popular, but it has the most restrictions and rules, and it is the most troublesome. The second path seems simple, without rules, only requiring military merits, but it is the most dangerous. The third and fourth paths are not routes that most people can choose. The Hall of War Gods is not a place where anyone can join, the requirements are very high. The fourth path is even less of an option for ordinary people. To have an adult in God City accept you as a disciple, how lucky would you have to be to achieve that? It's too unrealistic. Lin Mo thought about it. He could take both the first and second paths. Although the battlefield is dangerous, it is the best training for him. Compared to missions with strong protective properties, Lin Mo prefers the battlefield. Qingjian Daoren saw through Lin Mo's thoughts. Let me give you a piece of advice, don't take the first path. The first path is prepared for ordinary people, it is not suitable for a genius like you. But you also shouldn't join the Hall of War Gods, don't label yourself so quickly. Lin Mo asked, does senior mean that I should take the second path, but not join the army? Qingjian Daoren smiled happily. You're right, don't label yourself. Don't join the army, you can do missions, earn military merits, and then enter God City through military merits. Lin Mo thought for a moment, Luo Lao wanted me to join the Hall of War Gods before, but the Domain Lord didn't agree. The Domain Lord wanted me to join the army, but Luo Lao didn't agree. Qingjian Daoren suddenly turned around and looked over. The Luo Lao you're talking about, is he called Luo Chengken? Yes. Lin Mo nodded. Qingjian Daoren said strangely, why would they do that? It seems the Domain Lord wants to recommend a master to me. That master is from God City. Whoosh. Qingjian Daoren suddenly stopped. He sized up Lin Mo, looked at him carefully for a long time, and then said in a deep voice, just pretend what I said just now was nonsense. You are suitable to take the fourth path. Remember, strive to become his disciple. There is nothing better than this. Qingjian Daorin clearly knew the other party's identity, but he was unwilling to say it. The sentence "there is nothing better than this" is enough to show that person's extraordinary nature. Lin Mo felt slightly disappointed. He had his own purpose in asking these questions. He just wanted to see if he could learn something about God City from Qingjian Daorin. It seems he still failed. It seems he still has to find the answer himself. Chapter 990. So what if he's a Goda degree? This old man, will slay a dragon today. The sword light danced, countless demons died, and their corpses became garbage in the starry sky. The two encountered a team of demons, numbering several hundred. Among them, the two demons leading the team had reached the 6th rank of True God. The rest were around the 3rd rank of True God. Qingjian Daorin easily killed them, making Lin Mo realize that there is an essential difference between God Kings and True Gods. Qingjian Daorin said, "This is a patrol team of the demon race. This place is already close to the front-line battlefield, and it is easy to encounter such teams." Lin Mo had already sensed the change in the atmosphere. The starry sky here seemed to have traces of a great battle. Senior, can you help me with a favor? Qingjian Daorin turned his head to look. What is it? Lin Mo said, I want the corpses of these demons. I don't need the whole corpse. I only need some remains from each corpse. What for? Qingjian Daorin frowned. He thought Lin Mo had some kind of fetish, liking to collect corpses, and even fragmented corpses. Although he didn't mind other people's fetishes, doing so still made him feel uncomfortable. Fighting and killing, breaking a corpse is a normal thing. What are you collecting them for? To make specimens. These demon corpses have no value. Lin Mo saw Qingjian Daorin's expression and knew he had been misunderstood. He immediately explained, my spells can detonate the remains of corpses, and the power is not small. Qingjian Daorin raised an eyebrow. Using the remains of corpses as weapons, how powerful is it? Lin Mo said, compared to the corpse's full-strength attack when it was alive, it is several times greater. Qingjian Daorin oed and said, there is such a spell. He pointed his finger, and a severed limb of a 3rd-rank True God flew in front of him. Try attacking me. Lin Mo oed, the 3rd rank of True God cannot hurt Qingjian Daorin. Immediately, he didn't hesitate and detonated it directly. With a loud bang, the severed limb was detonated, and the remaining parts of the corpse also turned to ashes following the laws in the dark. Qingjian Daorin withstood the impact of the corpse's explosion head-on and nodded. The power is good. The corpse of a 3rd-rank True God exploded with almost the attack power of a 4th-rank True God. Only needs severed limbs and remains. Lin Mo was very sure. Only needs severed limbs and remains. Qingjian Daorin pointed his finger, and sword light flew all over the sky, dismembering the newly killed demons again. A severed limb flew over from each demon corpse. Fresh blood sprinkled the starry sky, and the strong smell of blood rushed into the soul world. Lin Mo didn't mind at all. He took out the box he used to hold corpses before and filled it up. Qingjian Daorin was stunned again. He saw that Lin Mo didn't have storage equipment on his body, but he could take out things. He couldn't help but ask, do you have internal storage space? Lin Mo asked strangely, what's wrong? Qingjian Daorin raised his hand, with a ring on his finger. We all use storage rings. Only when we reach the Goda degree realm can we open up internal storage space. How do you have it? Lin Mo hadn't noticed this. In the small world I came from, everyone has storage space. Everyone has it. Yes, everyone has it, as long as the job change is completed. Lin Mo roughly explained the job change of the small world. Qingjian Daorin marveled. I didn't expect that there would be such a magical small world in the world. The world is so big, there are no wonders. Hurry up and pack up, we have to continue on our way. It's not safe here, and they can encounter demons at any time. Lin Mo packed up the severed limbs at the fastest speed. With so many severed limbs of True God Realm demons, even if he faced the True God Realm alone, he would have confidence. Dare to provoke me, I'll blow you up. There were many demons in the starry sky. In the next day, they encountered 2 more waves. All were easily dealt with by Taoist Qingjian. Lin Mo gained another 100 or so severed limbs and remains, the strongest of which reached the 8th rank of True God. In this way, as long as he didn't encounter a true God realm expert who had mastered the ability of soul manifestation, Lin Mo would have the power to fight. As long as there were strong enough corpses, corpse explosion would be an unreasonable technique. After traveling for 2 days, the two finally entered the battlefield. Lin Mo personally felt the intensity of the battlefield, which was even more intense than what he felt inside the Hidden 10 battleship. On the battlefield, laws danced like mad dragons stirring up wind, exploding in the starry sky. The starry sky was like fireworks blooming, incomparably brilliant. Beneath the brilliance, however, lurked a thick killing intent. Taoist Qingjian led Lin Mo into the battlefield, choosing the nearest path to cut straight through. Taoist Qingjian once again demonstrated his strength, with tens of thousands of blue swords dancing around him, forcibly cutting out a path of blood. The Soul Law domain was activated, and any demon in the true God realm who touched it would die. Everywhere he passed, blood pooled on the ground, and shattered corpses became stars. "I've been waiting for you." A deafening sound rang out, followed by a earth-shattering dragon's roar. Lin Mo almost thought he had seen a dragon, but upon closer inspection, something was off. The opponent was covered in huge scales, with purple flames coming out of the gaps in the scales. Its appearance was somewhat similar to an elemental dragon, but it had black spikes on its back, which was also somewhat similar to a demon. A demon dragona. A level. God Venerable. A characteristics. A product of the combination of a demon and an elemental dragon, possessing the dual advantages of an elemental dragon and a demon. After adulthood, it is a true god, and excellent individuals can reach God King, or even God Venerable. A. Through the detection skill, he saw the other party's information. It was actually a God Venerable demon dragon, and it seemed to be waiting for him on purpose. Taoist Qingjian's expression was not good, but the fighting spirit in his eyes rose sharply. "It's been a long time since I fought a God Venerable, this old man's hands are itching." "Boy, you'll be fine going over there by yourself, right? The distance isn't far, use your technique to blast a bloody path." Lin Mo looked at Taoist Qingjian, feeling a slight pang in his heart. The outcome of a God King facing a God Venerable was obvious. Even if Taoist Qingjian was strong, he would not be a match for a God Venerable. All Taoist Qingjian could do was hold the opponent back and buy time for himself. But his words did not want Lin Mo to bear too much burden. Lin Mo felt a pang in his heart and responded loudly, "I can." "Good, this old man will send you on your way." As soon as he finished speaking, the sword of law beneath Lin Mo's feet suddenly accelerated, carrying Lin Mo forward. "Don't even think about leaving." The demon dragon roared, spewing out dragon breath. Sword light erupted, severing the dragon breath. Taoist Qingjian's wild laughter came from behind. "Your opponent is me, so what if you're a God Venerable? Today this old man will use my blue sword to slay a dragon." Lin Mo felt the aura of the Soul Law domain, and countless starlight surged in from all directions, with tens of thousands of blue swords standing tall in the starry sky. Dragon roars and howls, blue swords rumble. Taoist Qingjian and the demon dragon fought fiercely in the starry sky. Lin Mo gritted his teeth. "Senior, I will never forget this kindness." When the power of the sword light disappeared, the wings of the undead appeared on his back, and with a full burst of power, he turned into a stream of light and flew away. After flying for a while, a demon army appeared ahead. A true god-level army. Lin Mo's eyes flashed with killing intent as he took out the remains of a demon. Planetary-level spell. Corpse explosion. No. Chapter 991. Slaughtering true gods like slaughtering dogs. Behind him was the sky-high Qingjian, and in front of him was the booming explosion. The demon squad didn't even have time to attack before the fierce explosion blossomed and bore fruit on their bodies. Explosion is flower, death is fruit. 100 demon squad died instantly. Lin Mo flew past their corpses, reached out and summoned the corpses of the highest-ranking members of the squad, and took them with him as he continued forward. This was a battlefield, and the demon armies were extremely dense. The demons Lin Mo encountered along the way were increasingly numerous, but they were basically squads composed of true God realm demons. In the battlefield, they were basically cannon fodder, the most numerous. God King level demons, relatively speaking, were much rarer. It was not difficult to go from transcendent God to true God. Almost 8 out of 10 transcendent gods could reach true God. However, it was very difficult to go from true God realm to God King realm. Out of 1,000 true gods, perhaps not even one could reach God King. Lin Mo encountered a large number of true gods, but did not encounter a single God King. Corpse explosions boomed in the starry sky, and groups of True God Realm demon squads were killed. As Lin Mo flew, he dragged a long tail, which was dozens of demon corpses. Using the laws as chains, he carried the demon corpses forward in the starry sky. A complex aura came from ahead, and he finally entered the battlefield area. There were no more demon squads here. The human army was engaged in large-scale combat with the demon army. The True God Realm battlefield and the God King Realm battlefield were distinct. Lin Mo wanted to pass through the battlefield and return to the human territory. He looked at the battlefield, his eyes filled with killing intent, and dragged the demon corpses into the True God Realm battlefield. A little guy at the 6th rank of Transcendent God, a little guy who wasn't even cannon fodder, brazenly charged into the True God Realm battlefield. This had never happened in the history of the great world. A guy courting death. A transcendent god dares to come here. Does he not want to live? Retreat quickly. Where did this little brat come from? Hee, I'll kill you first. I wonder if killing a human transcendent god will earn military merit. The human warriors rushed over to protect Lin Mo, and the demons also rushed over to kill Lin Mo. They didn't notice that Lin Mo, such a small transcendent god, was actually calm and composed on the True God Realm battlefield, amidst the turbulent aftermath of the laws. This was originally extremely abnormal. Any other transcendent god would have been shattered by the aftermath long ago. Lin Mo's body shimmered with a faint white light, which blocked all the aftermath from invading Lin Mo. Lin Mo's soul locked onto the nearest dozens of demons and detonated a True God 8th rank demon corpse. Boom! The starry sky DBAC seemed to shake for a moment, and the demons who had just been shouting to kill Lin Mo died on the spot. This scene stunned the human true gods who were fighting the demons. They didn't know what had happened, how their opponents had suddenly died. They looked at Lin Mo, as if this was done by this little guy. Lin Mo ignored everyone's reaction and flew over, dragging the corpses. Only then did the human true gods notice the long string of corpses behind Lin Mo, which were all demons in the True God realm. Could it be? Did he kill all of these? How is that possible? Don't joke around. How could a rank 6 transcendent kill so many True God realm demons? Am I hallucinating? Lin Mo used action to tell them that what they were seeing was not an illusion. Lin Mo killed his way into the battlefield, corpses exploded in the starry sky, and demons died one after another. Almost no True God realm demon could withstand the corpse explosion. In the blink of an eye, nearly 1,000 True God realm demons had been killed. Lin Mo was like a god of death, a transcendent realm god of death. Suddenly, Lin Mo felt a chill all over his body. He was locked on by an astonishing killing intent, not just his body, but his soul. It wasn't an ordinary soul lock. Even using the wings of the undead wouldn't sever it. Go to hell. Lin Mo saw a huge, pitch-black lion-shaped demon pouncing towards him. Not the real demon body, but the soul. Soul manifestation. A powerful True God realm demon used soul manifestation to kill Lin Mo. Soul manifestation locked onto Lin Mo, and Lin Mo couldn't escape. Dual law domains. The dual law domains opened, perhaps a little weaker than soul manifestation, but enough to block it for a moment. Gray-white, strange stars rose, and the law of slaughter and the law of undying intertwined into a law divine dragon, pouncing towards the demon lion. The demon lion tore apart the law divine dragon, coming with a roaring killing intent. Red light lit up, fusion spell, time curse. The demon lion screamed, feeling pain, and its speed slowed by half a beat. Then a series of explosions occurred on its body. Lin Mo continuously detonated 10 demon corpses, each a rank 8 true god. Time curse, curse the soul, increase the damage. Corpse explosion caused massive damage. The demon lion screamed miserably, blasted apart in the starry sky. Soul manifestation's defense is actually very strong, but once damaged, it is extremely painful. Forcibly blasting the soul manifestation, he saw the owner of the soul. A lion-shaped demon, with black fur all over its body, was trembling in the starry sky. Its eyes were bloodshot, and its expression was extremely painful. The destruction of the soul manifestation caused great damage to its soul. It looked at Lin Mo with hatred in its eyes, but Lin Mo smiled coldly, a strong killing intent in his smile. Rank 9 True God, soul manifestation, possessing the strength of a True God realm peak. But so what? The lion demon saw Lin Mo raise his hand, and it wanted to escape in panic, but it was too late. A violent explosion instantly surrounded it. Detonating a rank 8 True God demon corpse has the attack power of a rank 9 True God. 10 consecutive explosions completely devoured it. After the explosion, only a broken corpse remained in the starry sky. A true god realm peak demon was killed by Lin Mo. The surrounding human true gods were stunned. What Lin Mo had done since entering the battlefield had completely subverted their understanding. How could a transcendent realm do this? Are transcendent realm cultivators this terrifying now? Transcendent realm, killing true god realm like slaughtering dogs, is this really just transcendent realm? Too scary. Luckily he is one of us, if he was a demon. Many true god realm demons were killed directly without even seeing Lin Mo's face. They died without knowing how they died. This battlefield was quickly cleared by Lin Mo alone. Thousands of demons were slaughtered by Lin Mo alone. Lin Mo didn't stop, he killed towards another battlefield. He held a lost star in his hand, dragging a long string of demon corpses behind him, hundreds of corpses lined up, like a tail flame brought out by a meteor, spectacular and terrifying. The strongest corpse among them was a rank 9 true god. The grey light in Lin Mo's hand grew brighter and brighter. Stellar Spell, Undead Rebirth. Chapter 992, The God King Realm's Pursuit. The Lion Demon, a peak true god realm cultivator who had just been killed by Lin Mo, reappeared in the world under the Undead Rebirth spell. It not only returned to its peak state, but was even stronger than before it was alive. With a roar, it turned and killed the demons. Soul Manifestation, a huge lion demon composed of soul and laws, roamed across the battlefield. Wherever it passed, demons died, their bodies torn apart, and their souls also destroyed. Soul Manifestation is a product of soul and law, equivalent to compressing the entire law domain into the soul. It is very strong, its attack power is amazing, and its defense is not weak either. Especially since it possesses soul attack power, it is simply a nightmare for those true god realm cultivators who cannot manifest their souls. It's a pity that it met Lin Mo, especially Lin Mo who held hundreds of corpses. As a result, it didn't even touch Lin Mo's hair and was directly bombed to death. Its strength was completely unable to be displayed, and it belonged to a more aggrieved death. But now, Lin Mo gave it another chance, only changing the target. Soul Manifestation charged straight into the battlefield, slaughtering a large number of demons. The demons were completely stunned. How could their own people attack themselves? Could it be that there were traitors among the demons? Not only were the demons stunned, but the human true gods were also stunned. What's going on? I don't understand. What are the demons doing, killing each other? Dogs biting dogs, it's a little fun. Having been on the battlefield for so many years, it's the first time I've seen such a grand occasion. Not bad, not bad. Lin Mo changed direction and killed towards another battlefield. It was good to leave this place to the resurrected lion demon. In just half a day, Lin Mo had already made a name for himself on the battlefield. Many true god realm warriors knew that there was such a special transcendent. Clearly only rank 6 transcendent, but he had the ability to slaughter true gods. Lin Mo's reputation grew bigger and bigger, and the number of true god realm demons who died at his hands had already reached thousands. Lin Mo was like a ruthless killing machine, slaughtering all the way. But he did not lose his mind. He did not really go deep into the battlefield, but was getting closer and closer to the human territory. He was very clear about what his mission was, which was to bring the lost star back. But he also had his own ideas. Qingjian Dao Ren had blocked the demon dragon for him, and now his life and death were unknown. He felt a surge of anger within, a need to vent. In the midst of the slaughter, the law of slaughter grew increasingly dense, showing signs of strengthening. 2 days later, the connection with the resurrected lion demon abruptly severed. Lin Mo's expression changed. In the lion demon's last moments, he saw an enormous claw. A demon in the God King realm. A God King realm demon had arrived. Lin Mo immediately activated his maximum speed, rushing towards the human territory. The battlefield gradually faded behind him, the aura diminishing. However, the sense of urgency in Lin Mo's heart never dissipated. In his view, the newly arrived God King realm demon would inevitably seek him out. The demons would certainly not easily let him go. More accurately, they wouldn't easily let go of the lost star in his possession. As long as they could kill a god emperor, even at the cost of 10,000 or 100,000 true gods, it would be worth it. Finally found you. A piercing soul sound echoed through the starry sky. The soul sound, carrying the power of law, crashed over like a giant wave. Lin Mo grunted, his entire being thrown back hundreds of kilometers. He held onto the lost star tightly, refusing to let go. The undead legion collapsed and regenerated within the spell stars, a total of 3 times. God King Realm. Lin Mo saw a God King Realm demon, resembling a bat, with enormous wings spread wide. Its projection in the starry sky was at least tens of thousands of kilometers in size, like a star. Unexpectedly, demons were lying in wait for him here. Without a word, Lin Mo turned to flee. Against a God King Realm demon, he had no chance of winning, escape was his only option. You can't escape, the bat demon screeched, flapping its wings and rapidly giving chase. The speed of a God King Realm was extremely fast, and the distance between them was rapidly closing. Lin Mo fully activated his undead wings, his speed repeatedly breaking its limits, leaving a thin crack in its wake. Yet, the distance between them continued to shrink. Die! Another piercing roar, the sound waves carrying powerful laws, crashed down on Lin Mo. Undead Lich! Lin Mo called out silently in his heart, and the undead Lich appeared beside him. Simultaneously, a halo of undeath appeared beneath Lin Mo's feet. The sound waves crashed into Lin Mo, once again blasting him hundreds of kilometers away. AAAs seeking fresh flowers. The Death Legion, as before, died and regenerated within the spell stars. Until the third death, the undead Lich's halo of undeath suddenly shattered. The undead completed their final regeneration. If there was another attack, it would be time to use the full rebirth talent. Since entering the Great World, the full rebirth talent had not been used. Now, facing the pursuit of a God King Realm demon, it seemed it would have to be used. But being able to delay for a while was always good. Oh, not dead yet. The bat demon let out a soft exclamation. A mere supergod rank 6, enduring 2 of its attacks, and yet not dead. Such a thing was too bizarre, unbelievable. ... 0. Lin Mo said coldly, want to kill me? You're still a bit short. His heart hardened, and he used soul division, which he had not used for a long time, splitting off several soul fragments at any cost. Each soul fragment simultaneously injected its soul power into the spell stars of the undead wings. The undead wings erupted with unprecedented light. Planetary level spell. Power accumulation. At the same time, the power accumulation spell was activated, pushing all attributes to the limit, inheriting all the undead skills. Lin Mo's entire body shone brightly, the undead wings violently vibrated, and his speed was several times faster than before. He simultaneously used the charge skill, and his whole being seemed to break through the limit, disappearing into the starry sky. The next second, he had already appeared hundreds of thousands of kilometers away. The bat demon was shocked. You think you can escape before this king? Dream on. It flapped its wings and fiercely chased after him, its speed equally extreme. Lin Mo pushed the undead wings to their limit, cooperating with charge, to escape at the fastest speed. But after all, a god king was a god king. The bat demon's speed was no slower than his own. At the same time, another aura flew from afar. It was the God King Realm demon that had destroyed the resurrected, it had also arrived. Lin Mo gritted his teeth, forced to endure. This king said, you can't escape, go to hell. The soul sound once again carried the giant wave of law, crashing down. Lin Mo grunted, blasted away, but fled forward with even more astonishing speed. His entire body flashed with purple light, the full rebirth talent was activated, all spell cooldown times disappeared, and his soul was restored to its complete state. Chapter 993, He's like a cockroach, still not dead. This was the first time Lin Mo had activated the full rebirth talent in the Great World. It was precisely because of the existence of this talent that he dared to tear his soul. Soul injuries were an extremely troublesome problem for anyone. Even god emperors carefully protected their souls. Only Lin Mo, he was used to tearing it, often doing such things. The distance was once again widened, the Bat King, with doubt and unwillingness, chased again. The other God King Realm demon, his aura became more and more obvious, rapidly approaching. Lin Mo could even see the other party's appearance. It was a demon with a head like a black eagle, its body larger than the bat demon, and its speed even faster. Its 2 claws were like human fists, completely different from eagle claws. Demons were like this, strange and varied, of all shapes and sizes. It quickly chased up, surpassed the bat demon, and approached Lin Mo. Black Eagle King, don't let him escape. The Bat King shouted loudly, his soul sound transmitted into Lin Mo's ears. Lin Mo's heart jumped, knowing that the Black Eagle King was about to attack. Boy, hand over the lost star, and I'll leave your whole corpse. Otherwise, this king will tear you into a million pieces. The Black Eagle demon's voice was hoarse, its wings vibrated, and an eagle claw suddenly appeared, heavily striking Lin Mo. The eagle claw was made of laws. After hitting Lin Mo, it suddenly clenched. Lin Mo's whole body flashed white light, and his heart beat violently. In the spell star, the undead legions collapsed again, then were reborn, for 4 consecutive rounds. So strong. Lin Mo was shocked. Just one claw, and the power was so great, even more terrifying than the Bat King. This demon was one of the best in the God King realm. If it weren't for his flame heart, his physical body might have exploded just now. The flame heart beat violently, and with each beat, it would burst out with a strange power, constantly strengthening his physical body. During this period of time, Lin Mo felt that his physical body had become much stronger. This was a fundamental strength, unrelated to level. If he continues like this, his physical body will not be weaker than those who follow the physical laws of the marketplace. He might even be comparable to some races known for their powerful physiques. Lin Mo lightly shouted once more, splitting his soul. At the same time, he activated charge, further increasing the distance. The speed Lin Mo was displaying at this moment had already surpassed the god-slaying fortress. He was moving at over 100,000 kilometers per second, faster than most true gods. The Black Hawk Demon and Bat Demon were hot on his heels, and Lin Mo could only do his best to widen the gap. After being baptized by the laws of the Great World, the cooldown time of the complete rebirth talent was reduced to 50 seconds. Although it was only a difference of 10 seconds, for Lin Mo, it was an improvement sufficient to save his life. Lin Mo's plan was to stall, to wait out the 50 seconds. But those 50 seconds were not easy to endure. This was a moment where every second counted. The talent giant tree sensed Lin Mo's anxiety and spewed out a torrent of soul power, sending it to Lin Mo's soul in each of his split souls. The 9-colored dragon soul crystal also roared incessantly, releasing soul power. Lin Mo had an abundance of soul power. The 10 split souls fully propelled the wings of the undead. As long as there was sufficient soul power, the speed of the wings of the undead would have no limit. Combined with the charge skill, Lin Mo's speed was unbelievably fast. This human brat cannot be allowed to live. Bat King, use your ultimate skill. The Black Hawk Demon narrowed his eyes. He realized Lin Mo was extraordinary. Which transcendent god rank 6 could survive for so long under the pursuit of 2 God King realm demons? Lin Mo had withstood their attacks 3 times, and yet he was still alive and well. An ordinary transcendent god, not to mention a transcendent god, even a true god would have died thoroughly long ago. But Lin Mo just wouldn't die. The Bat King flapped his wings and landed on the Black Hawk King's back. Give me some time. All right. Lin Mo noticed that the starry sky had suddenly become more brilliant. The distant stars simultaneously flashed with dazzling light. Alarmed, he knew that the Bat King was about to launch an attack. 8 seconds left. 42 seconds had passed since the last talent activation, and only 8 seconds remained before the complete rebirth talent's self-cooldown would end. He had to endure these 8 seconds. A fierce glint flashed in his eyes as he took out the box filled with the corpses and remains, locking onto the 2 demons at the same time. Planetary spell, corpse explosion. The roar echoed through the starry sky. Lin Mo didn't expect to injure them, he only hoped to delay them a little longer, even if it was just for half a second or a second. Although they were true god-level corpses, the power was still considerable due to the large number. The Black Hawk King was indeed affected somewhat, at least his vision was impaired. Taking advantage of the disturbance, Lin Mo vibrated his wings of the undead and changed direction. The wings of the undead instantly severed the soul lock, buying Lin Mo a little more time. The Black Hawk King burst out of the explosion and found Lin Mo again, chasing after him. The starlight grew even more brilliant. Lin Mo knew that the Bat King's attack was about to be launched. 4 seconds left. The previous actions had delayed them for a full 4 seconds. Lin Mo pointed back, expanding the spell range to the maximum. Fusion spell, Time Curse. Red light permeated the area. The Black Hawk King and Bat King both paused for a moment, and the Bat King's spell even faltered. The Black Hawk King angrily shouted, "You're courting death." Lin Mo coldly snorted, "Kill me if you can." Immediately afterward, the Undead Legion appeared, charging towards the Black Hawk King as if their lives didn't matter. The Undead Legion turned into a barrier, blocking the Black Hawk King's path. "Get out of my way and die." The Black Hawk King roared, and as his wings vibrated, the Undead Legion was sent flying. They rapidly disintegrated in midair. Lin Mo had them return to the spell star. Although the Undead Legion couldn't stop the Black Hawk King, they at least delayed him for another moment. 2 seconds left. Lin Mo gritted his teeth, calculating the time. The starlight became even more dazzling, and when there was only 1 second left, the starlight reached its limit and suddenly exploded. Death wave. The sound of the soul, carrying terrifying laws, came from all directions. The power was much greater than before. Outside Lin Mo's soul world, countless Bat Kings appeared, roaring at Lin Mo's soul in unison. A large number of cracks appeared on the crystal of the soul world, and it looked like it was about to shatter. In the real world, the starlight also transformed into countless Bat Kings, screaming sharply at Lin Mo. The soul world was shaking, and within the spell star, 60% of the Undead Legion collapsed. Lin Mo used all his strength, desperately urging the power of life within the Undying Law, maintaining the last glimmer of hope. The Undying Lich appeared once more, bringing the Undying Aura. A strange star ascended, and the Law Domain opened. Lin Mo took out the God-slaying fortress and instantly dove inside. The God-slaying fortress exploded, the Law Domain collapsed, and the Undying Aura exploded. The last second was also the most difficult second. But Lin Mo still made it through. Accompanied by dazzling purple light, Lin Mo's complete rebirth talent was finally activated. Even if it had been 0.1 seconds later, Lin Mo knew he would have truly died. The wings of the undead continued to vibrate, and with the charge skill activated again, Lin Mo instantly sped away. The Black Hawk King and Bat King were stunned on the spot. He actually didn't die. Is he some kind of cockroach? Chapter 994. The Return of Qingjian Taoist, Escape to Heaven. Lin Mo survived by facing death, and finally lived to fight another day. He once again widened the distance, never letting go of the Lost Star in his hands. Even in the most dangerous moments, he firmly protected the Lost Star. The Black Hawk King and Bat King, filled with anger, chased after him again. 2 enormous phantoms of God Kings appeared in the starry sky. Lin Mo, who was still fleeing, suddenly revealed a smile in his eyes, stopped, and no longer continued to escape. He saw a cyan long sword, towering and earth-shattering, larger than the stars. Immediately afterward, a familiar aura swept across his body, crossing the starry sky. Qingjian Eternal, / A familiar voice rang out, and the starlight, shining through billions of light years, descended here. Cyan swords rained down, slashing towards the Black Hawk King and Bat King. Soul Law Domain. Not good, it's Qingjian Taoist, run. The Black Eagle King and the Bat King screamed and turned to flee. But they were still a step too slow. The azure sword slashed through their bodies, and the 2 God Kings were instantly torn to pieces. However, they didn't die. 2 souls shot out from their bodies, flying away like lightning, instantly disappearing into the starry sky. Lin Moyu saw the azure sword Taoist coming on his sword and shouted happily, "Senior, you're okay." The azure sword Taoist snorted, "A mere demon dragon, wanting to kill me is still a bit short. I was just itching for a fight and had a good battle with it." Lin Moyu looked at the azure sword Taoist, faintly feeling that something wasn't quite right. The azure sword Taoist looked fine, but his voice seemed a bit weak. "Senior, is your soul injured?" The azure sword Taoist waved his hand, "A small matter, a small matter. A little soul injury, it'll be fine after 1,000 years or so of nurturing. That thing wasn't much better off than me. If it weren't for coming to find you, I would have definitely killed it." Regardless of whether the azure sword Taoist's words were true or false, it was good as long as he was alright. Lin Moyu unleashed the life force of the Undying Law, and the azure sword Taoist spirit was invigorated, and his pale face instantly regained color. The azure sword Taoist was shocked. "Boy, is this your law?" He felt that his soul seemed to have been repaired, and his injuries were much lighter. What originally would have taken at least 1,000 or 800 years to recover would now only take a few decades. Lin Moyu condensed a ball of Undying Law full of life force in his palm and handed it to the azure sword Taoist. "Senior, this is for you." The azure sword Taoist unceremoniously took it. Not bad, not bad. With your ball of law, I'll only need to nurture myself for 10 years at most to fully recover." Lin Moyu smiled. "Thank you, Senior, for saving my life. I will never forget it." The azure sword Taoist waved his hand. "Don't talk nonsense. This is what I should do. It's you who managed to escape from the Black Demon King and the Bat King for so long. Not bad, not bad. Moreover, your law is also good, protecting the Lost Star. Lin Moyu smiled slightly, this is also what I should do. Haha, well said, our human race should be like this, some things must be done even at the cost of our lives. Let's go, I'll take you home. The Azure Sword Taoist once again took Lin Moyu on the road home. On the way, the Azure Sword Taoist and Lin Moyu talked about some recent events. The scale of the war had suddenly expanded in the last 2 days. The demons had mobilized a large force, and the Zhu Tian Domain Lord was facing increased pressure. After all, what the Zhu Tian Domain Lord possessed was only the power of the Vermilion Bird Starfield of the human race, which could not compete with the entire demon race. Zhu Tian's pressure doubled, and he requested assistance from other starfields. It wasn't until yesterday that the powerhouses from the Azure Dragon Starfield and the White Tiger Starfield came over, and the situation improved. This also led to the fact that it was impossible to send too many people to meet Lin Moyu. Zhu Tian had actually sent out more than a dozen God Kings to meet Lin Moyu in various directions in the starry sky. If Lin Moyu hadn't entered the battlefield, he might have been met by the God Kings arranged by Zhu Tian long ago, and there wouldn't have been that scene just now. Hearing this, Lin Moyu smiled apologetically, before, I had anger in my heart. When I saw the battlefield, I couldn't help but want to vent it, and I almost messed up the big event. The Azure Sword Taoist expressed understanding, which of us cultivators doesn't have a temper? If we don't have a temper and are always extremely calm, then what's the point of cultivating? It's better to leave the human race and join the Buddhist race. Aren't those guys claiming to be detached from the world and everything is pure? Then, the Azure Sword Taoist patted Lin Moyu on the shoulder, I know what you're thinking. You thought that I would definitely die after blocking the demon dragon for you, right? I'm not just talking big, I was really itching for a fight. A mere first-level god Venerable demon dragon, wanting to kill me is still a bit short. Even if I'm not an opponent, I won't let it have an easy time. Listening to the Azure Sword Taoist speaking cheerfully, Lin Moyu could only smile in response. That was indeed what he thought at the time, so he felt very suffocated in his heart. Although the two had only spent a short time together, Lin Moyu seemed to see his master in the Azure Sword Taoist. This was a very good senior of the human race. Now that he thought about it, what he did was indeed inappropriate. He could have completely sent back the Lost Star and then turned back to kill into the battlefield and have a good time. The Azure Sword Taoist continued, you don't need to think too much. Fortunately, you were also wandering on the battlefield for a few days, otherwise, you would be in even more danger when you go back. In those few days, the demons were almost pressing the domain lords to fight, and many God King level battleships were crippled. That area is almost a dead zone. It's difficult for you to pass through. Even if I went in, I might have to shed a layer of skin. Lin Moyu understood in his heart that even the aftermath of a God Venerable realm battle was not something that a small shrimp like him could withstand. He could probably understand the demons' strategy. It was to suppress the human race so that they couldn't free up their hands, and then send out the demon kings to snipe him. If he returned directly, the human god Venerable might not be able to protect him. If he was delayed by other things, the God King realm demon who was sniping him could also kill him. It was just that the demons had calculated everything, but they hadn't calculated that the Azure Sword Taoist's strength was too strong. And his ability to save his life was beyond expectations. The combination of the two allowed him to escape to safety. No wonder I couldn't get a reply when I sent a message to Lord Domain Lord through the Human Emperor network before. How is the situation now? Lin Moyu asked. Lin Moyu hadn't contacted Zhu Tian. After entering the human territory, he had already sent a message through the Human Emperor network, but there had been no response. The Azure Sword Taoist said, it's normal. Lord Domain Lord was besieged by people a few days ago and fought for several days, so he couldn't free up his hands at all. Lin Moyu was taken aback, is Lord Domain Lord okay? It's okay. Lord Domain Lord's strength is still strong. Although he was besieged by 4 peak god Venerable demons and it was difficult to escape, he had no worries about protecting himself. The reinforcements arrived yesterday, and it's already peaceful. The demon race has also retreated. You can check the Human Emperor network, maybe he has already replied to you. Lin Moyu contacted the Human Emperor network and indeed received a message from Zhu Tian, saying that he had already arranged for someone to come over. Just after reading the message, the Azure Sword Taoist looked ahead, finally peaceful. A God Venerable class battleship came, braving the stars and the moon. Chapter 995, source of laws, the root of contention. The front line is stable, and the demons retreat. This battle for the lost star finally came to an end with the victory of the human race. Lin Moyu finally brought back the lost star, leaving a glimmer of remnant soul and a glimmer of life for the night rain god Venerable. In the god Venerable class battleship, Lin Moyu met Zhu Tian. This time it wasn't a projection, but the person himself. Zhu Tian's smile was very bright, and Lin Moyu took the lost star in his hand. He felt the remnant soul of the night rain god Venerable in the lost star, as well as that trace of vitality. At this time, the remnant soul was stable, and the vitality was stable, and Zhu Tian was relieved. Not bad, you have made a great contribution this time. Lin Moyu didn't take credit for himself, but he didn't modestly decline either. He said calmly, it's all what I should do. Fortunately, Senior Azure Sword escorted me along the way, otherwise I wouldn't be able to come back. The Azure Sword Taoist waved his hand, I'm just acting on orders. If Lord Domain Lord thinks I've worked hard, give me something practical. You ah. Zhu Tian smiled and took out a gourd and threw it to the Azure Sword Taoist. The Azure Sword Taoist's eyes lit up, he pulled out the stopper and directly took a big gulp, and shouted loudly, refreshing. The aroma of wine overflowed, and the entire battleship was surrounded by the strong aroma of wine. Lin Moyu only smelled it and felt a little dizzy, his head couldn't help but feel dizzy. If his soul quality wasn't high enough, he would have probably fallen drunk directly. This wine is extraordinary, Lin Moyu thought in his heart, being able to make himself drunk with just a smell was no ordinary wine. Zhu Tian continued to say to Lin Moyu, this time it was our miscalculation. We didn't expect the demons to suddenly increase their troops, which put us in a passive position. Lin Moyu had already heard the entire situation from the Azure Sword Taoist. Although it wasn't detailed, it wouldn't be too far off. It was probably like this. The demons suddenly launched a strong attack, disrupting Zhu Tian's deployment, which led to him almost not being able to come back. Fortunately, the Azure Sword Taoist's strength was strong enough, and he was invincible in the God King realm, which brought him back. Seeing that things were not going their way, the demons finally chose to retreat. Taoist Qingjian drank his fine wine, his face flushed with a drunken hue. This time, the demons tried to steal a chicken but lost the rice, not only failing to kill God Emperor Night Rain, but also losing a God Emperor of their own, enough to make them hurt for a while. Zhu Tian shook his head, their God Emperor also had a remnant soul escape, but wanting to recover, they shouldn't think about it without several thousand years. Comparatively speaking, God Emperor Night Rain is a little better. How does this old man feel? Like God Emperor Night Rain's condition is quite stable, much better than expected. Taoist Qingjian glanced at the lost star. This old man felt it long ago, it should be that the little Lin kid treated God Emperor Night Rain, this kid's laws can heal souls. This old man's soul was injured, originally it would take at least 1,000 or 800 years to recover, now it only takes a few decades. Zhu Tian oed, thinking of Lin Moyu's undying law. The undying law contained the power of both life and death, they had seen the power of death, but not much of the power of life. Unexpectedly, Lin Moyu's power of life could also heal souls, beyond his expectations. He carefully sensed it, God Emperor Night Rain's remnant soul, according to previous experience, would take at least 2,000 years to recover. Now, 500 years is enough. Zhu Tian smiled, you did well. The great battle is over, after returning, the rewards will be settled based on the performance of you few. Lin Moyu looked slightly puzzled, Domain Lord, I have a question that I am confused about, I don't know if I should ask. It's okay, ask away. Zhu Tian's attitude towards Lin Moyu was very friendly, almost treating him as an equal. Taoist Qingjian saw it in his eyes, and roughly knew what was going on. Zhu Tian wanted to push Lin Moyu to the city lord as a disciple, while Luo Qian-kun wanted to pull Lin Moyu into the Hall of War Gods. The two were fighting over him, how could their attitude not be good? Lin Moyu asked, I don't quite understand, why did the demon race suddenly attack and besiege God Emperor Night Rain, and still didn't gain any advantage? Such an unwise act should not be something the demon race would do. From the beginning of the mission, he had always had this doubt. Just to kill God Emperor Night Rain? Or just for the lost star, the demon race shouldn't be so unwise. It's just that at that time he was carrying out a mission, Lin Moyu suppressed his doubts and didn't say it. Zhu Tian smiled kindly, you can think of this, very good, it's indeed not that simple. Oh, Domain Lord, Please tell me, this old man finds it strange, why would those demons suddenly attack God Emperor Night Rain for no reason? Taoist Qing Jian also asked from the side. This guy was drinking wine, his eyes filled with the blazing fire of gossip. Zhu Tian said, actually, the cause of the matter is because God Emperor Night Rain discovered a law source ground. Law source ground? Lin Moyu heard it for the first time, and couldn't help but feel curious. Taoist Qing Jian hissed, what law? Zhu Tian said, star-severing law. Thump. Taoist Qing Jian jumped up, excitedly shouting, is it really the star-severing law? Zhu Tian nodded, that's right, that's what God Emperor Night Rain said when he sent back the message. But together with him who discovered this law source ground, there was also the demon race's God Emperor Netherfire. Lin Moyu said strangely, how could it be such a coincidence? The starry sky is so vast, although there are countless races, but placed in the entire great world, it is still an unimaginable expanse. Ordinary people flying in one direction for hundreds of thousands of years, might not even encounter other living beings. How could it be such a coincidence that the two simultaneously discovered the law source ground? You don't understand this, let this old man tell you. Taoist Qing Jian was flushed, obviously a little drunk, and his words became more numerous. When the law source ground first appears, it will radiate strong laws outwards. The radiation range is small at 10 light years, and large at hundreds or thousands of light years. Within this range, as long as your soul quality exceeds the third rank, you can sense it. After listening to Taoist Qing Jian's explanation, Lin Moyu understood. The star-severing law source ground must have radiated a large amount of laws outwards, which happened to be sensed by God Emperor Night Rain and the demon race's God Emperor Netherfire. In the end, God Emperor Netherfire and the strongmen of the demon race besieged God Emperor Night Rain together. Li Nuo Jiao Lin Moyu was not very clear about the whole process, but the result was obvious. Both sides were injured, and neither gained any advantage. Domain Lord Zhu Tian took out a small stone from the Law Star. Lin Moyu took a look, and it was exactly the same as the Law Ore. It's just that the laws above are different, and the appearance is no different. Taoist Qing Jian's eyes lit up, it really is the star-severing Law Ore, this is the key to the law source ground. Domain Lord Zhu Tian had a smile on his face, that's right, this is what they were fighting for. Taoist Qing Jian's eyes were shining, staring at the star-severing Law Ore without letting go. Lin Moyu saw the desire in his eyes. Obviously, he was very interested in the star-severing law source ground, and could even be said to be determined to obtain it. Domain Lord Zhu Tian said, Qing Jian, you know the rules, whether you can get it in the end depends on yourself. Taoist Qing Jian took a big gulp of wine, and shouted loudly, of course I understand, needless to say, the star-severing law, this old man is determined to get it. Chapter 996. You are taking it all, pot and all. The law source ground seemed very important, otherwise Taoist Qing Jian wouldn't have such a determined attitude. Zhu Tian chuckled, little friend Lin, haven't you heard of the law source ground? Lin Moyu accepted it generously, I have never heard of it. It's normal if you haven't heard of it, it's not normal if you have. When you reach the God King realm and have level 5 permissions, you can view the information about the law source ground. Taoist Qing Jian was drinking wine while saying this, but his eyes were fixed on the Law Ore in Zhu Tian's hand, it could be said that he was multitasking. Since little friend Lin wants to know, then this old man will tell you. Zhu Tian did not hide the information about the law source ground, he only wanted to befriend Lin Moyu now, and then push Lin Moyu out to be someone else's disciple. Once Lin Moyu succeeds, then his status and position will be completely different, almost on par with him. So Zhu Tian has always been very polite to Lin Moyu from beginning to end. After Zhu Tian's explanation, Lin Moyu finally knew what a law source ground was. Law source ground, which contains the power of the origin of a certain law. These original powers are all unowned, if you can get the original power, you can greatly improve the law. Of course, it also needs to be consistent with the law attributes you have mastered. What Taoist Qing Jian comprehends is the star-severing law, and now he has discovered the law source ground of the star-severing law, how could he let it go? As long as he obtains the origin of the star-severing law in the law source ground, his strength can be greatly improved. It is even possible to become a God Emperor in one step. But the human race also has the rules of the human race, and Qing Jian Taoist is not the only one who comprehends the star-severing law, so he needs to compete. However, Taoist Qing Jian's determined appearance made Lin Moyu feel his determination. Whoever dares to compete with him is his enemy. Obstructing him from achieving the Tao, what else could they be if not enemies? Lin Moyu said, this time in the elemental secret realm, I also found a piece of elemental law ore. Zhu Tian, not feeling surprised, we also sent people into this secret realm. The elemental laws inside are very rich, and we guessed at the time that it might have a law ore. It's just a pity that the secret realm restricts the realm, and there are creatures in the true God realm inside, so our people couldn't reach the end. Not only could the human race not reach the end, but even the demons couldn't reach the end. In the end, the demons only used the secret realm as a place to train their troops. Lin Moyu took out the elemental law ore he obtained from the elemental secret realm. The elemental law ore, like a small rockery standing in the battleship was immediately filled with various elemental law ores. So big, even Zhu Tian, who had lived for countless years, was shocked. Taoist Qing Jian also let out a strange cry, this is the law ore you brought out. No wonder the secret realm disappeared, you took it all, pot and all. Haha, if the demons knew that their original elemental law ore was taken away, pot and all, they would be furious. Zhu Tian carefully checked the law ore. The ore contained various elemental laws, from the inside to the outside, more than 100 kinds. Some elemental laws are so tightly intertwined that even Lin Moyu finds them difficult to distinguish. Zhu Tian carefully examined it inside, such a huge law stone, and with such a complete range of elements, is truly rare. Furthermore, in my opinion, it will continuously regenerate, indicating that its interior most likely contains a portion of the law source. Little friend Lin, how do you plan to handle this elemental law stone? Lin Moyu had indeed considered this question. His first reaction was to go back and find Lin Xiaoyu to sell it all. Lin Moyu said, this thing isn't of much use to me. Zhu Tian said, indeed. If little friend Lin trusts this old man, you can entrust this stone to me to handle on your behalf. Lin Moyu agreed without even thinking, that would be wonderful. What he comprehended was the first-tier undying law. Besides the undying law, there were also the space law and the time law waiting in line for him to comprehend in his soul. In addition, he also possessed the slaughter law. An elemental law stone, something filled with third-tier laws, simply wouldn't be considered. The only thing on his body that could be related to elemental laws was the lightning law. Unfortunately, now that the god-slaying fortress DBFC had been destroyed, the lightning law seemed to have lost its usefulness. After returning, he would also need to find a vehicle for transportation, otherwise it would be very inconvenient. He wondered if his wealth could buy a decent flying vehicle. Lin Moyu looked down on those transcendent god-level flying vehicles. They were about the same speed as him, might as well just fly himself. Zhu Tian smiled as he put away the elemental law stone. Although this law stone is only a third-tier law stone, because it contains the power of the source, its value is extremely high. Little friend Lin, do you need anything? This old man might be able to get some for you. Lin Moyu's eyes lit up. My flying vehicle was destroyed, can Domain Lord help me get a suitable one? He wasn't polite at all, brazenly asking directly. Zhu Tian quite liked Lin Moyu's personality, unpretentious and straightforward. No problem, little friend Lin, you were using the god-slaying fortress before, right? I wonder to what extent it was damaged. Lin Moyu took out the shrunken god-slaying fortress, which was covered in cracks and looked like it was about to collapse. Zhu Tian took the god-slaying fortress, leave it to me, I'll find someone to take a look and see if it can be repaired. Qing Jian Dao Ren asked strangely, god-slaying fortress, isn't that something from the White Tiger Star region's military? How did it end up in your hands? I got it from a small world. Lin Moyu generously admitted. Qing Jian Dao Ren frowned, although this thing isn't that great, it's still something from the true God realm, how could it have entered a small world? Zhu Tian coughed lightly and said to Qing Jian Dao Ren, don't forget the rules. Don't inquire about other people's privacy, one of the human race's rules. Qing Jian Dao Ren took a sip of wine, just asking casually, didn't mean to inquire. The warship left hyperspace and saw the familiar starry sky again. Several other warships were lined up in the starry sky, as if welcoming Lin Moyu and others. Lin Moyu also saw Zhang Fei Yan, Zan Zan, Sha Man, and Zhao Li. The four of them were indeed safe and sound. Seeing Lin Moyu return, Zhang Fei Yan and Zan Zan also breathed a sigh of relief, and smiled brightly, congratulations, you've returned safely. Lin Moyu smiled slightly. Congratulations to you too, for completing the mission safely. Zon Sahida diaresis a degree, how was it? Were these past few days very dangerous? It was okay. Domain Lord sent Senior Qingjian to pick me up, so the journey was relatively peaceful. Hearing these words, Qingjian Daoren's ears twitched. What did he mean by the journey was relatively peaceful? That guy charged into the battlefield and killed thousands of demon true gods. He was also chased by demon gods in the God King realm, and even encountered a demon god in the God Venerate realm. The events that happened in these short few days were simply dreamlike. A slight mistake and he wouldn't have been able to come back. What did he mean by relatively peaceful? However, Qingjian Daoren was too lazy to explain. If you say it was peaceful, then it was peaceful. Suddenly, information came from the Human Emperor Network. Mission completed, rewards will now be calculated. Chapter 997. I have 360,000 points, do you? The few people were invigorated, the mission was completed, and it was finally time to reap the rewards. However, they also knew that the lion's share of the rewards would definitely belong to Lin Moyu. After all, Lin Moyu was the one who took the lost star and successfully brought it back. As for the remnant soul of Night Rain God Venerate in the lost star, and the key to the lost source land, they didn't know about it. Mission completion rate 100%, rewards will be distributed based on individual performance, starting now. First place, Lin Moyu. Received 5,000 mission points, Human Emperor Training Ground 100 days, no level restrictions. Second place, Zhang Fei Yan. Received 2,000 mission points, Human Emperor Training Ground 30 days, no level restrictions. Third place, Zan Shaman Tide. Received 1,000 mission points, Human Emperor Training Ground 15 days, no level restrictions. Last place, Zhao Li. Received 500 mission points, Human Emperor Training Ground 5 days, no level restrictions. Although their connection with the Human Emperor Network was severed during the mission, everything they did could still be sensed by the Human Emperor Network. At the final mission settlement, the Human Emperor Network would rank them based on each person's performance. Zhao Li's face became extremely ugly when he saw the ranking. He gritted his teeth, his voice cold. Why does he get so much more than us? His points were only 1/10 of Lin Moyu's, and the Human Emperor Training Ground was a full 20 times less than Lin Moyu's. Zhang Fei Yan rolled her eyes at him. The Human Emperor Network is fair, you know your own performance. Zan said, it's already good, we didn't do anything, if it wasn't for Lin Moyu, we probably wouldn't even be able to complete the mission. Zhang Fei Yan laida diaresis c not only would we not be able to complete the mission, but we might not even be able to come back. The more they said, the uglier Zhao Li's face became. His eyes were filled with anger, staring at Lin Moyu, almost burning him to death. But the rewards didn't end there. The 5 of them received information from the Human Emperor Network again. Due to Lin Moyu's outstanding performance, after evaluation, Lin Moyu is specially rewarded with 2,000 military merits, Human Emperor Training Ground 500 days, no level restrictions. Lin Moyu was instantly promoted from a first-tier warrior to a third-tier warrior. When others were not even as good as cannon fodder, Lin Moyu had already reached the third-tier warrior. Many true gods who had joined the army not long ago were far inferior to him. The 500 days in the Human Emperor Training Ground was an even more generous reward. Zhang Fei Yan, Zan, and Sha Man all looked at Lin Moyu with envy. They didn't know what Lin Moyu had experienced in the past few days, but they knew that the Human Emperor Network was absolutely fair. Even the Domain Lord Zhu Tian couldn't manipulate the Human Emperor Network. Lin Moyu was entitled to the rewards he received. They could understand, but Zhao Li couldn't. The final reward became the last straw that broke Zhao Li's back. Zhao Li was furious, pointing at Lin Moyu, I want to fight you on the Human Emperor arena. Lin Moyu readily agreed, okay, according to what we agreed on in the secret realm, I'll bet all my points. I now have 360,000 points, how many do you have? Even if Zhao Li didn't initiate the challenge, Lin Moyu didn't plan to let him go. Zhao Li provoked him again and again, and always had to be punished. He wouldn't kill him, but he wouldn't let him have a good time either. Lin Moyu believed in repaying grudges and settling scores. Zhao Li's face changed drastically, and he shouted somewhat a unknown currency ±A, impossible, how could you have so many points? You're only at the 6th level of Transcendent God, with 3rd level permissions. It's impossible to get so many points. Lin Mo smiled faintly. Whether I have so many points or not is none of your concern. I'm just asking you, do you dare to bet? If you don't dare to bet, just admit your mistake and apologize, and I can let you go. You say I don't dare to bet. Zhao Li was provoked again. How could he possibly admit his mistake and apologize? But he really didn't have that many points. Under the gaze of everyone, Zhao Li felt his face burning, unable to save face. Lin Mo sighed softly. It seems you don't have that many points. How about this, I'll take a step back. I'll bet as many points as you have. No need, Zhao Li shouted angrily. He communicated with the Human Emperor Network. I want to exchange my time in the Human Emperor training ground for bets. Lin Mo was slightly stunned. You can do that. Shaman opened his mouth to explain. Indeed, you can, and it doesn't limit the level of the Human Emperor training ground time. It's worth a lot of points, but it's not cost-effective to do so. Zhang Feiyan also followed up. It's really not cost-effective. Normally, you should accumulate these times and use them together when you reach the God King realm. In the God King realm, the Human Emperor training ground requires 100,000 points per day. But if you exchange it now, each day can only be exchanged for 10,000 points, a difference of 10 times. Ask for flowers 0 Calculated in this way, it is indeed too uneconomical. As long as they are normal people, they would not exchange it. But Zhao Li was obviously abnormal at the moment. Regardless, he exchanged his time in the Human Emperor training ground for points. Zhao Li said with a sneer, I want to raise the stakes. I not only want to bet your points, but I also want to bet your time in the Human Emperor training ground. Lin Mo only now realized that this could also be used for betting. Lin Mo smiled. Okay, how do you want to bet? Zhao Li gritted his teeth. In addition to points, I also have 50 days of Human Emperor training ground time, which is unlimited in level. I'm just asking you if you dare. Lin Mo shrugged. No problem. He now had 1800 days of Human Emperor training ground time, and he didn't care about the 50 days of betting at all. Moreover, could he possibly lose? Zhao Li shouted loudly, okay, no take-backs. No take-backs. Under the witness of the Human Emperor Network, the two men's bet was established. The two could choose to have a great battle in the Human Emperor Network, or they could have a great battle in reality. Zhao Li chose to have a great battle in reality. He wanted to give Lin Mo a profound and unforgettable lesson. There was no Human Emperor arena in the starry sky, and Zhao Li didn't have a challenge card. Originally, they couldn't have a great battle here. However, with Zhu Tian present, as the domain lord, he had full authority. He circled out an area in the starry sky and regarded it as a temporary arena. Zhao Li immediately flew over and waved at Lin Mo, enter the arena. Lin Mo was about to go over when Zhu Tian instructed, go easy on him. Qing Jian, who was drinking wine on the side, also said indifferently, Lin boy, go easy on him, don't beat him to death. Lin Mo smiled, I didn't want to kill him, I just wanted to teach him a lesson. The words of the two people surprised Zhang Feiyan and others. They realized that they seemed to have underestimated Lin Mo. In the eyes of Zhu Tian and Qing Jian, Zhao Li was far inferior to Lin Mo. They didn't think Lin Mo would lose at all. On the contrary, they were worried that Lin Mo would accidentally kill Zhao Li. Lin Mo flew into the arena, and waited for the Human Emperor Network information to come. The battle officially began. Chapter 998 Adding more chips, be a little high profile. The battle will begin in 10 seconds, now starting the countdown, 10, 9, 8. Closing square bracket. Zhao Li looked at Lin Mo, with a hint of cruelty in his anger. I won't kill you, but I will let you feel the real pain. A mere 6th level transcendent god, don't think that just because you're lucky, you can be mentioned in the same breath as me. Lin Mo was too lazy to pay attention to him, and didn't know where he got his confidence. Did he really think that the 9th level of Transcendent God, controlling the law domain, was invincible? Didn't he know that some people can fight across realms? Let the facts speak for themselves. The countdown ended, and Zhao Li's whole body burst into flames soaring into the sky. The law domain suddenly opened, the fire was soaring, and the momentum was extremely vast. At this moment, he pushed the blaze law to the limit, transforming into a fire giant. Lin Mo sighed softly, gently raising his finger, without any trace of fireworks. Fusion art, 427, Time Curse. An inconspicuous red light flashed past. A scream came from the flames, the fire went out, and the domain collapsed. Zhao Li hugged his head, his whole body curled up into a ball, shivering in the starry sky. Qing Jian sighed softly, he's really courting death. Zhang Feiyan and the others were shocked, was it that simple? Zhao Li, who had been mighty and extraordinary the second before, became a quail the next second. Zhu Tian's eyes flashed with brilliance, this is time law. He saw the time law contained in the time curse. Although there was only a faint trace, it couldn't hide from his eyes. Zhu Tian's shock was far stronger than others. He knew too well what the time law meant. Among the first echelon of laws, time and space were powerful laws that ranked in the top few. Unexpectedly, Lin Mo's art actually possessed time law. Lin Mo had a slight smile on the corner of his eye. This time, the use of the time curse was deliberate. Since Zhu Tian was optimistic about him, he would make him even more optimistic. The more high-profile he was, the more powerful he appeared, the safer he would be. He believed that Zhu Tian could definitely see that he had used the time law. Zhu Tian did see it, and Zhu Tian was now a little regretful. If I had known that this kid knew the time law, I shouldn't have sent him to perform this mission. What does the law's source ground matter? Even if we take back the lost star through other means, we shouldn't have let him take the risk. Fortunately, he came back safely, otherwise it would have been troublesome. Does that old guy Luo Chenkin know? He should know, otherwise he wouldn't have fought so fiercely. War God Temple, you can't let you take all the benefits. At this moment, Zhu Tian thought a lot, with countless thoughts running through his mind. Lin Mo's position in his mind was raised countless times again. Lin Mo didn't know if the effect he wanted had been achieved. However, he had won the battle in front of him. Zhao Li was screaming incessantly in the starry sky, and there was no possibility of continuing to fight. The Human Emperor Network decisively announced Lin Mo's victory. Zhao Li's 360,000 points, plus 50 days of Human Emperor training ground time, were all transferred to Lin Mo. The battle ended, and Lin Mo was called over by Zhu Tian as soon as he came back. Zhu Tian called Lin Mo aside, did you use the time law just now? His tone was serious, and a pair of old eyes were piercing, staring firmly at Lin Mo. Lin Mo said in a low voice, I used a little. Zhu Tian continued to ask, have you comprehended the time law? Lin Mo shook his head, not yet. I can only use this art to mobilize a tiny bit of the power of the time law. Zhu Tian could see that Lin Mo was indeed not lying. He had not yet comprehended the time law. Besides the undying law and the time law, what other laws do you know? Zhu Tian felt that Lin Mo was like a mystery. Instead of unraveling it little by little, it was better to ask everything clearly at once. Lin Mo Yu didn't hide anything, and continued to increase his bargaining chips. Some time ago, by chance, I mastered the law of slaughter, and formed a dual law domain with the law of immortality. The law of slaughter is also a good law in the second tier. A dual law domain is also good, and has great development potential. Zhu Tian had a very high vision, and didn't value the laws of the second tier that much. But the dual law domain still made him take another look at Lin Mo Yu. Lin Mo Yu continued, I have a spell that can trigger the law of space, but I don't have time to comprehend it now. Hearing the words law of space, Zhu Tian's eyes widened instantly, are you sure, there is law of space? Lin Mo Yu nodded, it is indeed law of space. Demonstrate it. The wings of the undead opened, and Lin Mo Yu injected all his soul power into them. The wings vibrated, turning into a stream of light and flying into the distance. Zhu Tian stared without blinking, the surprise in his eyes becoming more and more intense. Behind Lin Mo Yu, a space crack appeared that was thinner than a strand of hair. It was indeed law of space. Zhu Tian clenched his fist, his whole person appearing slightly excited, muttering to himself, Luo Chenkin, you old fellow, you knew there was law of space but you hid it and didn't say anything, I'm not finished with you. On the other side, Zhang Feiyan and the other two saw Lin Mo Yu suddenly flying towards the starry sky, and asked strangely, Senior Qingjian, what's wrong with him? Qingjian Daoran chuckled, heaven knows, I guess the domain lord has something for him to do. Xuanxuan moved closer to Qingjian Daoran, Senior Qingjian, you have been escorting Lin Mo Yu back these past few days, right? Qingjian Daoran nodded, not the whole way, half and half. Xuanxuan continued to ask, then when you weren't there, Lin Mo Yu was alone. Wouldn't that be very dangerous? Qingjian Daoran smiled, How could he not see through Xuanxuan's little thoughts? He squinted his eyes, sizing up Xuanxuan. You want to ask about Lin Boy's strength, right? Xuanxuan stuck out her tongue. You found out. She admitted it very readily, without any concealment. Then why don't you ask him yourself? Xuanxuan said softly. Isn't it wrong to inquire about other people's privacy? It's embarrassing to ask directly. At this time, a gourd appeared in Xuanxuan's hand. Senior Qingjian loves to drink. This wine is for you to drink, just consider it Xuanxuan's filial piety to you. Qingjian Daoran took it suspiciously, opened the gourd and smelled it. Luofeng Qing. Your name is Xuanxuan, you are from the Zan family of Star System 56. Xuanxuan smiled. The family's ancestor knows Senior Qingjian, and Xuanxuan has heard stories of Senior Qingjian since she was a child. Not only bribing with wine, Xuanxuan also started building relationships. So it's a descendant of an old friend, then I'll reveal a little bit to you. Qingjian Daoran's tone was filled with nostalgia, as if memories were stirring. Sha Man and Zhang Feiyan immediately perked up their ears. They were also extremely curious about Lin Moyu's strength. Lin Moyu defeated Zhao Li, who was at the peak of the transcendent god realm, with a single finger, making them suspect. Was Lin Moyu really only at the 6th level of the transcendent god realm? Qingjian Daoran said slowly, he can fight across realms, slaughter true gods, and protect his life under the hands of a god king. Chapter 999. The great world is cruel and cold. Qingjian Daoran's simple sentence clearly stated Lin Moyu's combat power. Xuanxuan was stunned. Zhang Feiyan and Sha Man were also stunned, in disbelief. Lin Moyu was only at the 6th level of the transcendent god realm. Being able to fight beyond his level was already very impressive, but in Qingjian Daoran's mouth, it became fighting across realms. Fighting beyond one's level and fighting across realms are not the same concept at all. Most importantly, Qingjian Daoran also said that Lin Moyu could slaughter true gods and protect his life under the hands of a god king. This was even more shocking than Lin Moyu being able to fight across realms. Even if he could fight across realms, it wouldn't be enough to slaughter true gods, right? What is slaughter? That is, killing all the way, without any opponents. Qingjian Daoran smiled. Don't think it's exaggerated. In those few days when I wasn't there, Lin Boy alone charged into the battlefield, killing at least 3,000 or 4,000 demon true gods, among which there were a few who were at the peak of the true god realm. So that kid lost unfairly. Even if there were 10,000 more of that kind of trash, tying them together wouldn't be enough for Lin Boy to kill. Lin Boy has already shown mercy. In other people's eyes, a transcendent god realm peak like Zhao Li, who can control the law domain, can be called a genius. But what kind of existence is Qingjian Daoran? He himself is a genius who can fight across realms. Trash like Zhao Li is nothing in his eyes. His tone was also filled with disdain. Xuanxuan understood. If what Qingjian Daoran said was true, Lin Moyu had indeed shown mercy. No wonder Zhu Tian had to tell Lin Moyu before the competition to be gentle. He was really afraid that Lin Moyu would accidentally kill someone. The three looked at each other. It turned out that the core of their mission was Lin Moyu. The four of them were just here to make up the numbers. Only Lin Moyu was enough. Zhang Feiyan bit her jade teeth. How annoying, I actually became someone who's just making up the numbers. Xuanxuan smiled. It's good to make up the numbers, at least the rewards aren't bad. I hope to have more of this kind of making up the numbers in the future. Sha Man clenched her fist. I'm too weak, I still need to work hard. Qingjian Daoran said slowly, people, not only have to work hard, but also have to know the times, understand advancing and retreating, otherwise they won't even know how they died. ... Lin Moyu flew back from the starry sky. Greeting him was Zhu Tian's strange gaze. Zhu Tian looked at him as if he was looking at a rare treasure, making Lin Moyu's whole body tingle. Lin Moyu suspected himself. Had he gone too far? Had he added too many bargaining chips? Domain Lord, are you okay? Lin Moyu asked. Zhu Tian shook his head. It's nothing, besides the law of slaughter, the law of immortality, the law of time, the law of space. Have you come into contact with any other laws? Lin Moyu said, there is also the law of thunder and lightning. I have mastered 1%, there is nothing else. Zhu Tian waved his hand. This is nothing, listen to me, before you reach the god realm, you only need to comprehend the law of immortality. Let the law of slaughter take its course. As for the laws of the third tier, they are not very important, don't bother with them. Remember, before becoming a god, don't touch the law of time and the law of space. Lin Moyu asked, why? Is there any trick to it? Zhu Tian said, of course there is a trick to it, but you don't need to know it now. You just need to remember, don't try to comprehend the law of time and space. Suppress your curiosity, now is not the time, remember. I remember. Since Zhu Tian had said so, how could Lin Moyu say he didn't remember? He now remembered that Antares seemed to have said something similar at the time. Let him focus on comprehending one law. At that time, Antares said that there was not enough time, the human race had too short a lifespan, being able to comprehend one law was already very good. But obviously, there was a deeper meaning inside. Alright, your mission is over, I will send a warship to send you back. After returning, cultivate hard, do missions. Strive to improve your level and authority as soon as possible. It is best to improve both together, although your combat power is not bad, but before becoming a true god, your authority must be temporarily raised to level 4. I will help you deal with your elemental law origin stone, and leave the matter of the aircraft to me. Zhu Tian began to chase people away. The war had just ended, and he still had many things to do. He had already wasted too much time here, if it weren't for Lin Moyu, he wouldn't even have appeared here. Zhang Feiyan and the others were not worth his time at all. Several God King-class battleships flew over and sent the 4 back separately. Before saying goodbye, Lin Moyu, Xuanxuan, Zhang Feiyan, and Sha Man left each other's contact information, and if there was anything, they could contact each other through the Human Emperor network. As for Zhao Li, he had been excluded. This lesson for Zhao Li was profound enough, with all his accumulated wealth over centuries lost. If Zhu Tian hadn't sent a warship to take him back, he wouldn't even have had the fare to return. Zhao Li's entire demeanor was one of utter dejection, which only provoked Qingjian Dao Ren's disdainful sneer. People aren't afraid of failure, who hasn't failed in their life? But whether one can overcome failure makes a big difference. Some people can't withstand even a single failure, and such people are destined not to achieve great things. In Qingjian Dao Ren's eyes, someone like Zhao Li was already finished. At best, he might break through to true god, but becoming a god king was impossible. The warship carried Lin Moyu through hyperspace, and as he watched the streaks of light flashing by, Lin Moyu felt a sense of wonder. This mission could be considered a glimpse into the tip of the iceberg of the Great World battlefield. It really was just the tip of the iceberg, not even that. In the Great World, the real battlefields are at the Goda degree level, or even higher. The true god level battlefields are just minor skirmishes, suitable for training soldiers. For all races, only those who survive and grow on the battlefield are considered true powerhouses. This is the case for most races. Those who die on the battlefield are not worth pitying. The human race is already doing its best to protect its people, but the Great World is not a greenhouse, and in the end, this is all that can be done. The Great World is cruel and cold. To survive, this is the only choice. Compared to the Great World, looking back at the situation in the small world, it really seems like a small-scale affair. Lin Moyu thought a lot. He didn't know if he could continue to survive and grow stronger in the Great World. But he would work hard, he had his own beliefs. His soul opened its eyes and saw the coffin of slumber before him. Yi, Qian, Yuner, Hanner, your husband will work hard. One day, we will be together forever. On the Goda degree class warship, Zhu Tian reported the situation here. He also reported that Lin Moyu possessed the laws of time and space. He also expressed his hope that Lin Moyu could join the military. As long as he joined the military, Lin Moyu would be labeled as one of their own. Soon, he received a message from Central God City. The city lord personally replied, telling him that Lin Moyu could not join the military. After seeing the message, Zhu Tian knew why and cursed, Luo Chengken, you bastard. Then, his eyes darted around, he can't join the military, but it doesn't say he can't earn military merits and increase his military rank. As long as I let him see the attraction of military merits. I don't believe the War God Hall can snatch him away. Chapter 1000. Time Room, you can't say that. The Zook 98th star system had returned to peace, with all defensive measures lifted, no different from normal days. The sudden war ended particularly quickly. Even for ordinary people, there was no feeling at all. This small-scale war had completed the entire process from beginning to end. Lin Moyu returned to the 98th star system, watching the God King class warship disappear into the distance. He knew that there should be many soldiers in the God King class warship. It's just that he and these soldiers were in different spaces, so they wouldn't meet each other. Among the human race, the hierarchy is also strictly enforced. Soldiers have their own world, different from ordinary people. Even if you get military merits and increase your military rank, as long as you haven't joined the military for a day, you are still not considered a soldier. Lin Mo Yu understood military merits as the military's currency, which can be used to buy things that can't be bought with coins. Military rank is equivalent to level authority. Different military rank levels can purchase different items. But no matter how high your military rank is, or how many military merits you have, as long as you haven't joined the military for a day and haven't become a member of the military, your military rank will not work. Even if you become a general, as long as you haven't joined the military, it's impossible to order a soldier to do something. This is fundamentally different from the small world. Once you become a god general in the small world, the god general's orders cannot be violated. Relatively speaking, the great world is more strict. The military is completely independent. As far as Lin Mo Yu knows, there are two factions in the human race, the military and the war god hall. Zhu Tian, the domain lord, represents the military. They control the world where the human race lives on a daily basis. And Luo Chengken's war god hall is more like a religion, representing the spiritual beliefs of the human race. They are high above, mysterious and elusive. The scene in front of him gradually darkened, and light replaced the darkness. Lin Mo Yu passed through the dark starry sky and entered the bright star. The scene in front of him was familiar. Star 98-1 was still bustling with people. There is a clear separation between the living areas of ordinary people and the areas of cultivators, but they are also integrated with each other. Many cultivators also enter the living areas of ordinary people to relax, enjoying some delicacies. Among ordinary people, some people will also go to the world of cultivators to contact cultivators and participate in work. This world is beautiful and full of peace. But Lin Mo Yu knew that countless human race warriors were outside, shedding their blood for this peace. Countless sages have paid the price of blood in exchange for this peace. Lin Mo Yu came out of the small world and experienced storms rather than a greenhouse. His feelings are different from many people in the great world. Brother Lin, you're back. I 1/2, I 1/4. A loud voice rang in his ears. Lin Mo Yu saw Ren Chang. This idiot seemed to have been waiting in front of the mission center. He also didn't send himself any messages, probably because he was afraid of affecting himself. However, from Ren Chang's behavior, Lin Mo Yu still felt a trace of warmth. This was a good friend. Lin Mo Yu doesn't have many friends, especially after entering the great world. Besides Jiyu Qingshan, it seems that only this idiot in front of him remains. Ren Chang looked Lin Mo Yu up and down. Fortunately, no arms or legs are missing. Lin Mo Yu smiled dumbly. What if arms or legs are missing? It's not like they can't be cured. That's different. Can the ones that grow back later be the same as the ones you were born with? Ren Chang's expression was a little exaggerated, and he shouted loudly. Lin Mo Yu asked, "Are you waiting for me here?" Ren Chang shouted, "Otherwise, you've gone to the front line. I was afraid you wouldn't come back, so I waited for you for a few days." How do you know I went to the front line? I'm not an idiot. How could I not guess such a simple thing? Okay, you're not an idiot. That's right. What are you planning to do next? Lin Mo Yu thought for a while. I plan to cultivate for a while. I've been doing missions too quickly. If I continue, I'll be promoted to level 4 permission. According to Zhu Tian's words, don't increase your permission too quickly. After reaching the true God realm, then increase the permission to the 4th level. Lin Mo Yu thought it made sense. He was a little anxious. But time waits for no one, and increasing strength is not something that can be accomplished overnight. Like strange stars, they are not everywhere. The most recent one is also in the White Tiger Star region. It's countless light years away from here, and he's not even qualified to go there yet. Ren Chang's eyes darted around. You want to cultivate? When the Human Emperor network opens, you can go to the Human Emperor cultivation ground. Lin Mo Yu shook his head. I don't need to go to the Human Emperor cultivation ground. It doesn't have the laws I need. Ren Chang was slightly taken aback. Are your laws so obscure? That's okay, I'll take you to a good place. What place? The time chamber. The time chamber. What's that? Come on, let's go. I'll explain as we go. After Ren Chang's explanation, Lin Mo Yu understood the function of the time chamber. Generally speaking, the time chamber is similar to the human emperor cultivation ground, both can accelerate the flow of time. Cultivating in the transcendent God realm's time chamber for 10 days is equivalent to only 1 day passing in the real world. However, it doesn't have a sea of laws, so you can't comprehend laws through the stars of laws. Similarly, the fee is 10 times cheaper than the human emperor cultivation ground. A 10x speed room in the transcendent God realm only costs 100 points per day. Because you can't comprehend laws, many people would rather choose the 10 times more expensive Sea of Laws than go to the time chamber. The help that the Sea of Laws provides for comprehending laws cannot be compensated by a 10 times price difference. But Lin Moi is different. Lin Moi doesn't need to comprehend the stars of laws at all. The Sea of Laws is useless to him. In this way, the time chamber, which is 10 times cheaper, becomes more suitable for Lin Moi. Ren Chang said as he walked, "I didn't expect that the laws you comprehended, Brother Lin, would be so obscure. It is said that the Sea of Laws already contains most of the laws of heaven and earth." Speaking of this, Ren Chang suddenly stopped, his whole body stood there as if struck by lightning, and his voice became stuttering. "Brother Lin, the laws you control, wouldn't they be those powerful laws in the second echelon?" Only those laws in the second echelon are difficult to find corresponding stars in the Sea of Laws. Many second echelon laws have to be found in the Sea of Laws in the central God City. Lin Moi shook his head, "It's not." Ren Chang oed, "Not the second echelon, then it's too obscure." Lin Moi held out a finger, "It's the first echelon." Bang! Ren Chang fell to the ground, prostrating himself. "Brother Lin, I'm convinced. Do you know that scaring people can scare them to death?" Lin Moi pulled him up. "Who scared you?" "It's just the first echelon, it's nothing." Lin Moi didn't want to hide it. He couldn't hide the fact that he controlled the first law. He had already acted very high profile, and others would soon know. Especially his performance on the battlefield, which was watched by countless demons. It is estimated that some of his information has been passed on to foreign races. Ren Chang screamed strangely and quickly lowered his voice, "You can't say that. Who said there's nothing in the first echelon? Are you trying to let others live?"